Today's episode of the Nateland podcast is brought to you by Pesty and Rocket Money. Hello, folks, and hey, Bear. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. I'm Nate Bargatze, Brian Bates, Aaron Weber, and filling in for the wonderful Dusty Slay, we have you guys all know him. He's a teenager from a mall drinking a Bobo drink. John Crist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I can't drink this?
Is it a drink called Bobo?
Yeah, that's like a tea, I thought.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I don't know what Bobo
That's the tea with the things inside of it.
And it comes out of the...
It's in the same family as what John has here.
Yeah. What do you have? Just a coffee?
That's an iced vanilla latte
Okay.
from right across the street.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's 2:30
Yeah.
or 4:30. What time is it?
I had a coffee.
It's 5
I'm not making fun of your coffee.
Yeah, what do you want me to be on my A game at 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need something.
You were off by 2.5 hours.
Yeah, yeah. See, example. I don't even know what time it is.
It's 2:30.
Guys, come on, it's 2:30.
What time?
Yeah.
What time is it?
Look, I drank coffee too just a second ago, so I'm not. I like the way the straw, this blue straw.
Oh, it looks like
You
a
got a blue
kid
jean
drink.
jacket. It just looks like everything looks like you came from a mall. And like we called you, and you go, boys, I gotta go.
I got a
And
big podcast.
And you had to call your buddy's mom had to come early.
Come get me.
Your friends are like, I'm like, can we stay?
Yeah.
They go, I mean, if I'm here picking him up, might as well get everybody. And so
Oh, parents don't have that anymore. You can't. Is Harper old enough? Do we say her name?
To go to a
Are we
mall?
allowed to say her name? Or how does that
No.
work? All right, shoot, cut that out.
We would, yeah.
You drop her off at the mall? Yeah,
I don't
you would.
have children. According to this.
You would drop Harper off at the mall?
Harper? Who's that?
Oh, yeah.
No. I would drop her off a mall?
With her friends.
Have you been to malls or just
Oh,
like...
yeah.
I don't know what malls are, but I believe they're war grounds
It's
now.
not, yeah.
Yeah.
The mall I grew up in,
I don't go to the mall.
they shot Stranger Things in it. The
Yeah.
mall that I went to sincerely as a
Yeah.
kid, they like made it as like they're like, this is so terrible. We
The
need
mall I went to, they shot strangers.
Golly.
Yeah. It was too easy. I know.
Yeah.
You were gonna.
Yeah.
I felt it was.
You
an
can
easy,
see my brain working 2 seconds behind you.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
I'll get in there first.
It was too. How would you have said it?
I would have said the mall I grew up at, they shot people.
Yeah,
That's better. That's
Think-
too
no, it's
aggressive.
not.
No,
That's totally different.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
You
I said
they shoot
strangers.
strangers.
Yeah,
What
'cause
is that?
that's
Stranger Things.
Stranger. You said they shot Stranger Things, so I said they shot
that's way,
strangers.
oh, yeah, that's way better. I thought
Which
that
is
was
funnier.
Strangers, the movie.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Thank
just Strangers.
goodness I got in there. It derailed this podcast just to go. Oh, I'm
just-
sorry, Aaron. Your years of comedy are showing.
I'm just here for setups.
That's fine. I'm
The
joking
Montgomery
with
Mall is no longer around. The mall that I grew
that.
up
Wasn't
with.
there a documentary about it or something?
That was a different mall.
Jasper
It was a
Mall.
A Jasper.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
What happened?
They're just dying.
A lot, It's
Yeah.
a global economy, a lot of moving pieces to it. But
Amazon, I think, is.
Amazon probably played a role. Yeah. And then there's a lot of violence.
I walked around a mall Saturday in Des Moines. It was very nice. You need a big store. I learned about anchor stores.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I learned about it on this podcast. But you need like they had a Shields, so we went into Shields.
That's the anchor store for
Yes.
the mall.
Yes.
Yeah, if they leave, the mall's done.
Well, I mean, this mall had a lot of good stuff, and like a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
I'm still under. I believe people still want to go do stuff. You still want to buy stuff.
Yeah.
I still think. I know if you do see Harper and like the younger kids, they're ordering stuff, and then they're like, it's going to come in 2 days. So maybe their mentality would be like they're used to waiting. But I think if they go wait, like I could go get it right now though,
Yeah.
you'd be like the right
something
now
you need, yeah.
impulse is. That's why Apple stores are great because you're like,
I have to have a charger.
yeah, I can go
Now,
get it
yeah.
now. You want to get stuff now.
But what do they like to do instead of malls? Go to like a dog park or something?
Yeah, I don't.
Where does she
she's-
go?
Are you wanting to know where the young
12.
girls are?
No, like where
She goes bowling. They smoke and they go bowling. Where did they go? I don't know where they go.
We
know
would
where
just
They don't
go.
go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere.
They stay in the. They FaceTime. Or she
they don't
goes in the
go
neighborhood and like she'll go to her friend's house. Her friends come over. Let's
Yeah,
spend the
yeah.
night. That kind of stuff.
We would walk around to Walmart. That was big.
Yeah.
Really?
Or just go sit in a parking lot somewhere. Yeah, there's nothing to do, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, now, yeah, I guess you go hang out in parking lots. Yeah, I mean, Opry Mills, man, is I think a pretty.
It's not going well.
It's
over
not
there.
going well.
Yeah.
And I think you shouldn't. Like, you can go during the day, during the week or something, but if school's out and all that, it seems like it's not the best place to go. Because, I mean, they don't have anywhere to go. So it's like the ones that go there. And I think malls were always kind of like that.
It's still Opry Mills
Like a
is still
delinquent behavior.
A
Going
little
to the
bit.
mall.
Yeah,
You would
yeah,
walk around it, but if, it'd be someone. I think I remember one time it was like Rivergate Mall. There was going to be a fight at Rivergate Mall.
Yeah.
And it was I kind of that's vague. I kind of vaguely remember, and they would like say we're going to meet at Rivergate Mall and fight.
Oh, they would love that just to get people in the building.
Now they do it.
We
It's
need
a
some
show.
foot traffic.
they
It's a
advertise
whole
it.
show.
I had we have like a bunch of me and my buddies. We all play basketball. There's like this big group text for like 30 dudes. And there was like, remember that tornado came through that area?
Yes.
Like 6 months ago? We said the tornado came through Rivergate Mall. And I put it, it's not my joke, but it's a group. I go, I heard it caused $30 million of improvements.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's not my joke. I haven't where I heard that joke, but it's like and everybody was like, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. I was like, and I just left it. I don't think
It's true. They
And
were
it's
probably
it.
hoping for some insurance money to kick in there. That Rivergate Mall is brutal, dude. I went there recently, and it's
really?
Oh, dude.
There's not much left there.
That's a big mall, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was a
you
nice
take your
mall.
It's a cycle of
to
life.
Green Hills.
Yeah,
nice
you
mall.
go walk around Green Hills Mall. I've gone there.
When I'm in y'all's tax bracket,
Yeah.
I will go to the Green Hills
That
Mall.
is, I
What, am I
wouldn't.
going to pop
wouldn't have
in
said
the
it.
Gucci store?
Yeah.
The stores at the Green Hills Mall, they won't even let you in.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have said.
Oh, yeah,
it.
there's
John
security.
said it. I wouldn't have. John doesn't know how to. He goes, oh, you got your butler goes and picks up your Amazon stuff. He goes, I don't know. You got a mailbox? I don't even get my
What is
mail.
that? Yeah.
It comes to someone. They open it for him.
And show them.
And they make sure it's not, anthrax. And if
I
it
don't open
is,
my own.
then I also make sure they have a referral because once they go down, we need someone
Somebody.
else.
Mhm.
We can't have downtime.
Did you hear about the people that flew, the band that flew on different planes? No, it was a family. They flew on different private jets because we don't want the family heritage to be done if this plane goes down. The husband and the wife flew on
Oh.
different planes.
They want to put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah,
the same
Pretty
thing.
crazy.
Have you ever heard the president and vice president do that? They fly on separate planes.
I don't think they
Air
do.
Force One and Air
Yeah,
Force Two. Yeah.
That's the idea.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know every governor,
Like it's
every
once they-
governor and a mayor do not fly together?
They got-
The mayor, they don't let the mayor on the plane. The mayor's like, "Can I?"
No,
He's
he's
like,
got, you got to drive,
Yeah.
actually.
I was waiting to hear who you think would be right under the governor.
the mayor.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's below that?
Who's below the mayor?
Yeah.
City council.
Yeah.
And then it's like a principal at a high school.
Yeah.
It gets to school real fast. You get down
Well,
there.
it goes all the
And
way.
then, I mean, borderline, you're at Bates.
Yeah.
Like, Bates is 8 people removed from running the state of Tennessee. Like, it's just, he knows all the counties.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's just something you can't teach.
How far does it go below if, like, the president dies to the vice president? How far down does the list go?
I mean, all like in the 50s and 60s. Yeah.
No
there's
way.
Yo, yeah.
In the
If the vice president dies, then
Yeah.
who, all the way down to, like, school board?
No.
no,
I
it's
think
got to go. Well, I think if you get to school board, I think you just got to unlawful
We're
country.
done. We're
Yeah, I
done.
think you should
Yeah.
just run at that point. But when the president makes a State of the Union address and all the high-ranking officials in the government are in the same building, they always leave behind a guy in the White House.
A designated
A
survivor.
designated survivor, it's called. It's usually like the Secretary of Agriculture or something.
Mm.
Was that
Something that you don't need him in the building for the speech,
Yeah.
right? But if the building gets blown up, there'll be somebody there.
Wasn't there a TV show called Disney?
There's a TV show built on that premise. Yeah.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, and so he
24?
was he
Same
was
guy, yeah.
same guy.
Mhm.
He was the same vibe too. I bet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've never seen Designated Survivor, and I've never watched 24, but I bet they have to be somewhat kind of a quick pace.
Mhm.
What are we doing?
Would you take it
Uh,
as a compliment or a diss if they said State of the Union tonight, you got to stay back?
I think it's pretty cool. It's better than being
Yeah.
the guy right above them that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're at least like, that's the draft. Mr. Irrelevant.
Mhm.
Yes.
You might as well be that instead of the guy right above Mr. Irrelevant.
You want to be the last.
You want to be last.
Yeah, because you're like, dude, in 2024,
And is there
You
a
don't
small,
trust me?
Yeah.
In 2024, they left me back State of Union.
Mm,
I wonder if there's a small part of them that you're hoping something goes down.
yeah.
You know,
He's on the phone with his wife. He goes, he's sitting in he's sitting in the president's desk,
feet,
just like
feet on the
feet on
Resolute
it,
desk.
going,
Yeah.
"I won't take-" He's doing fake. He goes, "We won't take anything from anybody."
Bomb them.
Yeah, and they walk in and he's
We're
like,
back.
Hey, I thought you guys. He's got the president's suit on. He's got Biden's suit on. I thought you guys were gone.
How'd it go?
Hey, how was it? Yeah, how'd it go? How was it? He's just real like that. Ooh, how was it?
I was watching. I saw the live stream.
Yeah.
I'd be that guy. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because somebody back home in the HOA, he's the HOA president. Like, we don't know if we can trust you. You don't know if you can trust me?
Yeah,
At the State of the Union, I was in charge of this whole country.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
at
can-
that moment.
You can leverage that for some clout.
I bet it's it's probably taking a little more serious now too. You probably do have to really think about it now.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
You know what that means,
yeah,
Brian?
you know what it means. It's just in general, you would have to,
There it is.
yeah.
So it's what, 17?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that's the number that's
Oh, Secretary of Agriculture is number 9, so he's up there.
yeah.
Wow.
Secretary of the Interior. Well, what is that?
I'd go down to about after Attorney General. We got to do elections again. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Secretary of Interior is responsible for the management and conservation of federal land along with natural resources.
I trust her.
Yeah.
I
So
trust
the
her.
number 3 person that would be president, I've never even heard of.
Patty Murray?
That's not accurate to right now, is it?
Yeah, this is the current.
I've never
list.
heard of. I don't follow politics
it's
close, but I've
Kamala.
never heard of Patty Murray.
President pro tempura of the Senate. I never even heard of that.
Yeah, President Pro Tem. It's usually abbreviated. So there's a whole
Pro tempura. What is that? The shrimp tempura. I said that wrong. I think so.
You said
shrimp
it
tempura.
President pro tempura. That's going to be a comment next week, and I'm sorry for that.
If you're watching a video, we got a little fun little thing. We've added all of our senior portraits, and that's John Crist on the right and the bottom right.
I did look like that.
Look at your hair now. If it was blonde.
Very
I mean,
similar.
unbelievable that we can put Dusty's up there, and it could be yours.
That's pretty. I did look exactly like that.
Mhm.
Have you ever messed with hair color at all? You ever gone a wild
Oh yeah,
color?
dude. I got grounded.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I have this exact photo. I'm gonna text my mom and tell her to send it. Looks.
You
just
did
like
bleach
that.
blonde hair at one point?
Yes.
At
dude.
one point, I guess.
Numerous points.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's to see. I think that season's coming upon us.
I know, dude. Wow, Nate looked exact. You look the same.
Yeah,
So do I.
and Bates does too.
Nate kind of looks like 40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
that's the
Steve
cover of
Carell?
that movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, he looks like the headshot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at a young Bates. It's a guy.
He's running for
Bates,
office.
did you know all the counties at that point?
I knew quite a few of them.
Would you name them like in Best in Show? Pistachio nut, walnut, peanut.
Look, if your parents, if you
That's
said,
Forrest Gump, right?
if you said
that
to your
was
parents,
Best in Show. They do that too, but
I'm going to hang out with some kids after school. Who would your parents most likely to least like you want you to hang
well, the
with?
bottom one. Aaron, did they zoom in on yours? And
Abby said that's zooming all
That's
the way
when I
out.
came in. I go, you couldn't zoom out for my picture at all? She was like, I tried.
they go, where did he go? Why'd y'all zoom in on Aaron's? They go, we didn't.
That's from the moon.
It's not zoomed in. It just,
Yeah, Bates and I are the same distance from the camera.
it's like the objects in the mirror. They are closer, and you're like, well, he's right there. That's what your picture is. An objects in the mirror appear closer than they really are.
Oh, because these things they have another inch or two.
That's true.
So they wrap. 'em.
That's true.
I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. But
Yeah.
that doesn't explain the other ones though.
No, but they didn't do Aaron any favors by trying to squeeze it. How big was your picture? Was it bigger than
I
that?
thought it was an 8x10. I think it was the same size picture y'all had.
Mine was big.
Okay.
They had
But
to shrink mine down.
Yeah.
Same aspect ratio.
Yeah, yeah.
So they should have zoomed out a little bit, but they didn't.
Well,
How tall were you? Same
About
build?
the same height, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was probably 50 pounds lighter than I am right now on that picture.
He was agile. You saw him run, dude. He was athletic. That was football. That was strong football days.
Yep.
That was coming out of the best shape of my life. Yeah, it was a few months removed from
Could you have played college ball somewhere? Like
D3 or something, probably, but I never
pretty crazy.
really pursued it.
Is it you just know you don't want to do it at that point?
Yeah.
But you played in college.
Well,
I played it while in college.
But if you're going to break your back playing it, why not just go play for real?
Oh, because then I don't know.
He had to start comedy.
No, I know. A Notre Dame education is more important than
being the backup at a D3.
Yeah.
D3
well,
school.
at least you used that education. Yeah. You could have easily gone to D3 and played football and been exactly where you're at right now. Because that's all your dad thinks about every day. He could have slept in his room for 4 years, saved all that money, and been exactly where he's at right now.
Could have started on comedy sooner.
I might be doing better.
Yeah.
Might be doing,
Killing 4 years there.
I might be have been doing better.
I'd be 14 years into comedy. I mean,
well,
Had to bottom out.
yeah, so we did change up some stuff. I switched seats, but we might switch back. So don't think, I mean, I like this, but we're not doing everything you say, even though we've done a lot of the things that you have said.
we've done most of it.
We've done most of the things you say, but y'all cannot make us do everything.
Where were you?
I was sitting right there, but Brian's always been to my left. And then, so this is kind of how it was the old way.
Oh, you switched. So Brian said, "Hey, this is not up to my liking."
Yeah. He's the
You should have seen
figure of the show.
temper tantrum Bates threw last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We've made a few adjustments this week just to see we're a little closer.
Yes. We
Zoom.
made the cameras come in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're wider.
Yeah.
It's a big table. One person commented that we look like even a more offensive version of the Last Supper. So
More than the Olympics.
Least diverse. Not very diverse.
That's very funny.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So.
More than the Olympics. I was reading something today about the Olympics. Like the budget for that opening ceremony is like $150 million.
Oh my God.
They can do, how crazy is that? You can do whatever you want. And they're like, 1 billion people are going to be watching this.
Yeah.
And then they go do it and they do stuff and they get so weird. And you're like, you want to get, like, I want to do it. Like you want to go, that's how far removed some of these people on TV are. Like that you go, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. What is this?
Like no one knows. Just be a normal person. Just be regular.
Just be
Do
regular.
you not have, did they get anybody? Do they get anybody that they go, are you?
Well,
That's what if I interviewed people, I would go, give me, who do you talk to that is a regular person?
What,
Like how many?
Yeah.
Like, they're like, well, I got all these texts from, and you're like, those people are all too out of reality.
Yeah.
I want to go through your phone. How many people are you talking? You need at least to be talking to 8 to 10 people regularly that are not
And we need
on
to see
another
that
planet.
they are also regular.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
need to go interview them.
Yeah.
And they better be on their couch with their underwear.
Yeah.
You need to be that close to
regular-
normalcy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that would help.
these people are on another planet.
It's funny. You got nobody in your life that could read the rundown of what the ceremony is going to be. Nobody's like, wait, what is this? This
No,
Last Supper
nobody.
part?
It's
It's a little weird.
yeah.
Huh?
Well, none of it because it's too. They're just too far. It's like too out there.
And everybody in that circle is like, this is it.
This is it.
This is it.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, they gave you gave someone, I'd imagine, that's never dealt with $150 million.
No.
And you go, here's
100
$150 million.
Never dealt with $150.
Yeah.
I mean,
and maybe he's done a lot of stuff. I just can't imagine. I mean, that would be, Spielberg, I don't know if he's dealt with $150 million.
Yes, a lot.
I mean, he goes, yeah, why doesn't Spielberg do it? Why don't you have someone like,
well, I wonder how long ago he got or whoever got the job, and there was no like check-in until like the night before. Like they're like, you're in charge of opening ceremonies. He goes, sounds good, 150 million, got it. And then there
First call he made was the Smurf on the table. he goes, that was call 1. He goes, I already told that guy, if I get this, you're doing it. And he was the first call. He goes, I got it. And then he was 1.
That's one. That's 1 million.
That's 1 call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
1 million.
Yeah. Well, that guy, he's like, he goes, I ain't doing it for anything less than $1 million. He goes, I have 100. He told him, he goes, I have 150 million. Well, how many millions do you want? And he goes, can I have
Do you want
10?
to see the performance? No, we trust you.
No,
we
yeah,
trust
yeah.
you. We'll take you. Hey, it's Friday night. We'll see you there.
And it's funny when they do that, just because everybody's watching and everybody's perspective from a country is just like, I guess your country's weird, man. And like, you don't know. In hindsight, everybody's like, no, none of us really like this. But everybody watching at home's like, this is what they do. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, and you know,
Maybe we're weird.
Paris.
yeah, it's Paris. You're like, maybe, you know what? That's just not our thing. And people in Paris are like, that's not our thing either. I don't know. Because I don't know how that guy
We're
got
not
up
doing
there.
that.
Because we're not on a table laying down. And you go, that's what I think of all of you now. Now I think y'all all look like that and do that every day. So I'm sorry. That's what.
Cancel the trip to France.
Cancel the kitchen. Yeah.
Not going anymore.
It's not. Why would I go? I want to go do comedy there one day. I mean, are they going to get it? What do I need to do? It must, you know.
I think we reviewed something on our podcast. It was like a song that was like, it was like a pro Trump like country song, and it was so out of pocket. And I go, think about how many people have to like sign off on this to get it to YouTube. A producer, somebody has to help you write it, all the musicians, and no one said, hey,
Yeah, what is
like
this?
that's what I wonder. Where was anyone like,
This isn't making sense.
I don't know, how does that get through?
But I think because you got to have a strong leader. So the leader has to be able to know. You have to trust that the leader knows to say, this isn't right. And because most people are not going to be able to answer. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And so if there's not a leader, and the leaders are being removed, like they're so far removed. I just did a private show for Hy-Vee, the
Grocery store.
Okay, you don't have to flex, dude.
And
I
yeah, it
thought
was.
they said high C. I got pretty excited.
Oh yeah. Hy-Vee did it in their grocery store. I didn't, but it was like a very big guy was retiring, but he was the person that because they showed some of his story and I saw it, and so he started like I think loading trucks at 14 for this small. It's not what it was, but this small company, and he's been in it since now he's in his 60s or something. And Walmart, same thing. CEO Doug McMillon.
Yep.
He loaded trucks at Walmart and now runs Walmart.
He'll be a greeter at one point.
Huh?
Keep going.
He'll go backwards.
He becomes a greeter.
That is
at the
true.
end.
Yeah, that would be very funny at Walmart. They go, that's the hard part. You get the CEO. After that, it goes down quick.
I want to retire, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, you can't.
If you want to keep these benefits, you got to go all the way back.
And then they go, what? Everybody talk to, every greeter's worth $450 million, and they have to stand there. And you're like, it's like the Masters, the guys in the green jackets.
Yeah.
You're allowed to go ask them questions. And that guy's a member of Augusta.
It's like, where's 14?
And he's got to tell some drunk guy, like, can't pee behind the tree. And these animals. He's a member of the. But that stuff is like, you're kind of losing that. Like, that's what makes it so great, because you got someone that's like, well, that person loves this place.
Yeah.
And what stuff gets wrong, stuff doesn't happen right. Like, it's so big that it's hard to whatever. But the general idea of it moving forward is like they know what they're doing, and I think you're getting a little removed. That's what I mean. This last special I talked about being from the 1900s and all that, but we weren't that long ago.
Yeah,
like Walmart. When was it? The 60s
When it started?
Yeah.
the 60s. I mean, my parents are alive. He was alive
When it started.
Bates was alive.
It didn't really take off till like the 80s, I think.
But I mean,
Yeah, Walmart
1962.
just existed.
That's like crazy, dude. 1962.
Rogers.
It's crazy.
to where it is
unreal,
to where it is
it's at
now. Yeah.
And then, like, that's how new. So like the Doug McMillan who runs it, I mean, he would have probably started working there in the 90s maybe, or
late
80s,
late 80s,
late 80s,
maybe.
90s.
Yeah.
So it's so still new. And so you got some of these places that still have that connection, but then you got some companies where you start bringing in people that like they're not from
Nobody knows what's going
that
on.
world.
Yeah,
Like they're just like, they're like, well, my first job, it was like I worked at, I sold cell phones. Second job, I was CEO of,
and now you're here.
Nike.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? And there was no in between. They go, no in between. I went straight to the top.
Yeah.
And so you get a lot of that. And then those people, it's experience in general. And the companies that last, SNL.
Forever,
One thing,
yeah.
Lauren been on forever.
Great
Lauren's
point.
there. Lauren was like, the camera crew's been there the whole time.
Yep.
He keeps everybody. Everybody stays there
That's a
because
great
they
point.
love it.
Yeah.
And that's why you can say whatever you want, but as it's just a well-run kind of thing, and it's a staple.
And
because
somebody knows and cares. So
Yeah.
you like, if you look at, like, I don't know about the order of the Olympic Committee or whatever, but you're like, who are we, like, who's accountable for this? You're like, we like some firm.
Yeah.
We got him to do the thing. The CEO of the Olympics is probably a guy he's like, no one really has ownership of this.
Yeah.
Versus like
yeah,
SNL, there's such a history.
There's a face to
a
it,
guy
too,
there's
Yeah.
a face to it. Maybe that's what it is. You need a face to it.
Or like the Walton family is like, this has been
The
in their
face.
family.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, yeah, they might not be, but somebody cares about Walmart deeply.
Yeah.
I know. It was Bentonville, Arkansas. Dude, these people
Yeah.
grew up in it. Their dads, their
Oh, yeah.
granddads. So you're like, we understand. But like, who's
Mm-hmm.
if they some entertainment firm is like, you're in charge of the opening ceremonies. They're like, does anyone know about sports here?
Yeah.
They're like, nah, we have no idea.
Well, I want to tell you about a company I just learned about, but I already love, and that's Pesty. You guys know about Pesty? I'm at home this weekend. I see a giant bug. Roof's gone. So I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Normally, I would just scream and wait till she gets home, but now I use Pesty. It's a do-it-yourself pest control company on a mission to provide pro-grade pest control products at an affordable price so you can say hello to savings and goodbye to bugs at a fraction of the cost of most pest control companies. No more making appointments and waiting on the bug guy. You can just spray it with yourself with a reusable electronic sprayer that is included with your order. Other pest companies charge hundreds of dollars and make one-size-fit-all plan, but Pesty is totally customizable to your location and bugs. Like I said, I used Pesty this weekend. It was easy and make me feel accomplished. It takes 10 minutes and it's easier than mowing your yard, which my wife also does. So to me, the best part of Pesty is it's kid and pet friendly. So you never have to worry about your pets or kids.
Or you. I think it is you friendly too.
Yeah.
You're the one that's going to get it in your face.
Well, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. It's kid, it's pet, it's Brian friendly. Now is the time to protect your home from bugs for less with Pesty. Head to pesty.com/Nate and use code Nate for an extra 10% off of your order. Once again, that's pesty.com/Nate for 10% off, and make sure you use my promo code Nate so they know I sent you.
All right.
That's a plosive heavy ad read, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know what that word is.
Me
You know what
neither.
that word is?
Plosive?
Yeah.
Plosive
How do you
heavy.
spell it?
Pesties, pet control, pets, protect your pets.
Oh,
Just
yeah. And that word is plosive?
I think so. Is that right? Yeah.
Do people say that? They would go, that's too plosive?
Is it only?
Is that how they would say
Nancy Plosive.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
thought
go,
that's
we got Nancy Plosive over here. And you go, all right.
we got an older Nancy Pelosi
Yeah.
over here.
You go, all right, dude. Well, I'm
Plosive.
going to quit talking then. That's an insult to someone.
Yeah,
He goes,
finally.
oh, give it up for Nancy Plosive. This is the smartest
it.
podcast on the planet.
We get it.
Please welcome to stage Nancy Plosive. All right. That's enough.
Everybody goes, what? I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Is it only P words?
Peas and bees.
So it's a word
Bring
just for
back my.
Is that Belosive?
that. Is that Belosive? Like the Belosive well? Is that Belosive?
Is it Pelosive and Belosive?
It's all plosives.
Why, so why do
okay.
you even know that word? When did
Yeah.
they? What year
Well,
did they
we
go?
all. What's interesting? We all talk into microphones for a living. I'm surprised you don't know what that means.
Wow.
You never think about when you hear it that in the microphone on stage. If you
Yeah. I'll think, man, that's a tough thing to say.
I thought that was alliteration.
That's how I would say it. That's tough to say. And everybody go, yeah. See, this is what I mean. You're the Olympic committee that doesn't know what. That's what you are. You would, if we left it to him, Aaron's going to be doing stuff and y'all are
There'll
at
be
home.
two blue guys up here.
Yeah, at home, y'all are going to be like, what is this? And you're like, oh.
Well, isn't it if you, like I know from the news, like on the news, they have to write the news to a fifth grade level so everybody can understand the news. Like
That's just what your girlfriend tells you, John,
Yes,
so you can understand the news.
You've been in the news. Is that true?
No.
That is true. Where you can't speak, you can't use that word should not be, that should be excluded.
I don't think they would use Plosive. Do you think they would use Plosive on Channel 5? No.
We tell people, do it a way Nate would understand. So I guess you're right. But
do y'all have a picture of me on the wall? And y'all have
that's who you think about.
This is our argument. Yeah, the greatest average American.
Yeah,
that's what it's
me.
about.
A picture of me behind the camera, and you just go, act like you're talking to him.
And is he going to get it?
Is he going to get it?
Yeah.
So is plosive a form of alliteration?
Plosive. It's a sound that will.
It's a sound.
Can you look it up?
Yeah. Can you use it?
It's literally where you're blowing air. There's the sounds where air comes out and will hit the mic.
Yeah.
That's what these windscreens are for.
Yeah.
On the end of the microphone is to stop some of that.
Yeah. Use it in a sentence, like for real.
That was
the way is it? That was a lot of plosive
you
words.
should lean away from.
Yeah.
You should lean away from the mic when you use a plosive.
Okay. Can you do it in another sentence? Because my theory is that there's only one way to use to use this word. Like
be mindful of plosives when you're speaking into the microphone.
And it just happened to be a lot of P words.
Yeah.
So that was just
pet control. Protect your pets from pesky pets. It's just a lot.
That was just
yeah. I didn't say you didn't read it wrong or anything. I'm just saying it's a lot of P's and B's.
But I was focused on the P's and B's, but it's really more about the sounds that those P's and B's make.
Yeah, it's those when you say those letters with you're plosive.
Explosive.
Yeah.
Is that what they did? They just
explosive.
said it's explosive, and he goes, "That's cheating." When they made that up,
shorten it.
This word, they go, "Yeah, dude." They just took explosive and just said plosive.
Mm-hmm.
When was this word invented? 1994. There's.
I don't even know what that first word is. The occlusion
terminology.
Plosive refers to the release, burst, or plosion of the consonant. So that's when,
like Africa.
People are out here learning. Homeschool moms should let their kids listen to this episode.
Yeah.
They're going to learn.
Yeah,
they would learn plosive.
Yeah.
They would learn that it's not that impressive. When was this word invented? It had to be pretty recent.
It doesn't have that on here. There's no.
Yeah, they know what it
etymology.
is because a guy did it himself on that. Wait,
Aaron
I bet there's a chance that is it you, Aaron?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Also,
I didn't write this Wikipedia entry.
I know, but you're the one that knows how to do computer stuff, and you make up words. So,
and my greatest concern is that he's been just roaming
Tennessee?
around this earth saying that, and no one's ever checked him on it. And no one knows what he's talking about. They just go, okay.
The whole production crew knew what I meant right away. And did y'all notice that during the ad read that it was a lot of plosives? Yeah. I bet you could, if you
guys are all lying, dude.
Yeah.
And you've said this, you've used this word before.
The blue collar guys. Y'all are the living up on an ivory tower.
No,
You have the luxury of not having to know what this stuff means, dude. We're in the thick of it.
I'm not booking Hy-Vee.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
I did Aldi's Christmas party, dude. It was a little less money. Hy-Vee's nice. That's what you did, Hy-Vee?
Yeah.
That's
it's
a high
Midwest.
They're coming to Tennessee.
I don't think it's high. It's Publix. It's like along the lines of probably it's a good,
It's not Kroger.
But if you would do it, I've done a show for Dollar General.
Oh yeah.
I did a corporate gig for a window and glass installation company in Rogers, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Their Christmas party, and it was a bad year.
Oh really?
And the whole beginning of the event was the owner talking to the employees going like, I know it's been a bad year, but things will get better next year.
Yeah.
we got a comedian here at the end.
No.
I think I made $100.
Yeah.
I bombed so bad.
Did you not? You should have just gave it back to the company.
Yeah.
Go. Y'all need it more than I do.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a
That'd
dollar
been a
for
great
each-
opener. Look,
yeah,
I'm not gonna
comedian.
take the money tonight because apparently y'all need this more than I do. That would have broke the ice, and you probably would have got that company going.
would've
That's
gotta
for
go.
sure. But
Yeah.
I needed that money at the time.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
take this money.
You go, I gotta get home, and I need.
Drove in a day early for this.
Yeah.
Well, anybody at the top, like if you're like, oh, like whatever you imagine, something like a Waffle House. The top guys, the top 8 at Waffle House are killing it.
Oh yeah.
They're like, I work at Waffle House. You're like, ugh. You're like,
No,
think-
no.
you're like,
They're
no, no.
no.
nah, yeah. They're like, we're doing just fine.
Yeah, they said. I would think they work in. They would say I work in Waffle House corporate.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what I know
That's
someone that works in Dollar General. They go, he works at the corporate. He works.
Yeah,
It just
oh.
says I work for Dollar General.
Yeah.
But I think you can also tell, to be honest.
You can tell.
If I'm not
Yeah.
not trying to be judgmental, when a guy goes, I work at Waffle House, I think you can eyeball him and you can go
you
like,
can guess.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe I could see you asking the CEO of Waffle House,
Yeah.
like you work in this, which store you work at?
Store?
I could see you asking
why
that.
me,
Yes.
dude? Why
You
me?
would do it. You would do it. You would go in. I mean,
He goes,
mean,
mhm.
He just shot a video at Waffle House.
Yeah, I shot 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 or 2. There's more to come,
Well,
isn't there?
I think
series.
Derek,
there's a
Derek
part 2.
the Derek Stroop has a joke. He did it when we did in Bentonville, Arkansas, which is the home of Walmart.
Mhm.
He goes, "This is the only place you're like, you work at Walmart or for Walmart?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very different.
Yeah.
Very different.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, Walmart is like, you roll your eyes when you think of Walmart, but you're like, yeah, they're doing just fine.
I mean, they would do. I did not know this, but I mean, I was talking to Felix, our neighbor, but he was Walmart's like so big, dude. Like the government
Huge.
has to know what they're up to
Oh yeah.
because they employ more people.
You
than
didn't know they were
anybody.
that big?
No, I did, but you just don't think about it.
They're like the biggest private employer in the country.
Yeah.
I know
Huge.
that they're big, yes,
Yeah.
but I've never. But it's just when you hear it in dumbed down terms. I'm sorry, I'm not reading the New York Journal, and
It's not a
he
thing.
goes, "That's the thing that he reads. It's the only thing that anybody
Oh.
knows. It's 5 people
never
read
heard of
it.
it. The
And
New
you
York
got to have an
Journal.
IQ
Yeah.
because you can't find it because it's the website's
subscription
weird.
only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you probably hear all about this stuff, but I'm saying when
The
you
New
think,
York Journal.
the New York Journal, when you think, when you think like the Walmart, like if Walmart makes a big move, like they have to tell the government. That's pretty crazy
Yeah.
to be that big of a company that you're like,
Does Nateland have to tell the government when you do stuff? Do they know about this studio?
not all of us believe in the government. So
True. Yeah.
yeah. They do not know about the studio. It's underground. Yeah. They don't know.
Well, it's
That's
probably
what
the
we're
same-
hoping to be, Nateland.
It's probably the same as if you tell someone just like working for Walmart or for Waffle House. It's probably the same as telling a stranger you're a comedian.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, this guy's on unemployment for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, this guy's doing great.
I'm
Yeah.
doing okay.
If you say I'm a comedian, the general consensus is it's not going well, right?
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 comedians that anybody knows. In the grand
If you say
scheme of
I'm a
things.
comedian and they don't personally look at you and know who you are, they assume you're on food stamps. I'm guessing. Or have
they
another
assume
job.
you didn't know how to go through the process to get food stamps.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, you couldn't file the paperwork for it.
Yeah.
Like when I did what's it called, jury duty, and then I said I was a comedian, but then I didn't want to say that, so I said a podcaster,
Oh my god!
and then they kicked me out. They were like, "No,
Oh, really?
yeah." They go, "Well, you're not." No,
You said, "Hi, I'm John Crist. I'm a podcaster."
yeah, I didn't know what because I thought I wanted to try to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in it.
You should have said one of your older jobs.
I don't want to lie. It's under oath.
Yeah,
Dude.
well,
You go to jail.
Chick-fil-A line cook. What would you
Yeah.
have said? What was your last job?
No one-
Landscaping.
Landscape.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'm a landscaper.
Yeah.
I said a podcaster. So
Were
they
you wearing that? And you go, I'm a landscaper,
Yeah.
and they go, "Nah, this guy's a podcaster."
They go,
He's lying.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
I'm a landscaper. I'm going to write down podcaster. You go, that's not cool, man.
podcaster? That sounds terrible.
That does sound terrible.
What's worse, comedian or podcaster?
Podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's tough.
podcaster is a tough look. It's like
Yeah.
worse than influencer.
Yeah, influencers don't have any. They don't care that they're saying it. The thing with podcasters is we're embarrassed because we're comedians, so we don't like saying something like that.
Yeah.
But where influencers, I think, are like they're kind of oblivious to it, and they're
They don't
happy to
know.
say,
Yeah.
"I'm an influencer."
They're into it.
But it's like that isn't it's like
It's not a job.
That means you're in. Yeah. What is your job? I influence people. That's what they would have to say.
Sounds evil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds
I manipulate minds.
Mhm.
You're off jury duty for sure.
Yeah.
I'm an influencer. Bye.
Yeah.
Immediately.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna influence this jury to
Yeah.
be not to be guilty. They go, sir, you don't even know what the crime is.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
You
wait.
go, I bet he did it.
I bet he
You
did
don't
it.
get this far if you don't do it. You know what I mean?
Well, they were going around and interviewing everybody, and they were like, "What do you do for?"
You guys say it out loud?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And the one guy said he did Civil War reenactments, and they were like, "All right, well, thanks."
As a full-time job.
See ya
Whoa.
immediately
Yeah, put him on trial.
I bet he made that up.
Yeah.
to get out of it.
Mhm.
He probably did that on the
But
weekends.
I mean, maybe, yeah. He probably maybe did on the weekends. Maybe it's like it's so crazy that he's like, I don't want to do this, so I'll just say I'll yell out my passion.
That's not a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they didn't even kick him. I thought before they kicked him out, they should at least ask, like, well, whose side?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. What war and what Civil War?
Yeah, Civil War reenactment.
Okay.
I
Do
was
you
like,
know
well,
the
who's-
case?
I think you can tell. I
Yeah,
think you can
but
tell
I'm not
what
gonna say
side
it.
looking
Yeah.
at him.
Do you know the
I think
case?
you
Why-
can tell
why would
what
you say?
side. Yeah.
What was the,
You want me
the
to say?
trial?
Murder.
allowed
It was
to
a
say?
murder trial.
Whoa.
It was a criminal murder trial with a gun.
Oh wow.
That's why they asked.
And you would have been totally live streaming that whole. You'd be in the jury
Oh,
box.
yeah.
Like,
We're out
hey,
here.
what's up?
They go, now you're gone.
You could have done a video, juries be like, and then it would just, it's like illegal footage. From
Juries be like,
And then they got to redo the whole trial. Like
It's a mistrial.
they would
Yeah,
declare
yeah.
a mistrial, yeah.
Well, one.
What?
You would order Chick-fil-A for the jury group just to make a video.
yeah. Hey, let's get Chick-fil-A again. They're like, oh god, juror number 8 is a burrito.
They're deliberating with everybody. No. Well, the one girl, they said, what do you do for a living? What does your spouse do for a living? And then what is your involvement with guns? Because it was a murder by firearm. And then she said, do you have any children? And this one lady said, well, I'm do you have any pets? And she goes, no, just my fur babies. And they go, what? They go, fur babies. And she goes, they go, well, thank you. And then immediately gone. Immediately gone. Because you said, I don't have kids, I have like pets.
Yeah.
And they go, no.
Bring back the podcaster. And then you're like, what up? And you're back in.
If they call you in the car, come back down here.
Yes, dude, I'm back. Well, I didn't have anything to do. So there was like jury duty. I was like, to people
Yeah.
always try to get out of it. Do you try to get out of it or do you want to do it?
I've never been summoned.
So I remember I was summoned once when I was in New York, and I don't think I even went. I was like too young. I mean, I'm like, my 20s. I don't know what it really is. Like, and so I get it. And I don't understand that it's like telling me, it's like, well, you got to show up on this
You gotta
day
go. Yeah.
to go. So I just didn't go. But it wasn't because I was deliberately not trying to go. I don't know. I just didn't know. It's like, I was like, are they like saying like, I can, like, maybe I want to go. And you're like, if you want to go, come this day.
It's like an invitation.
Yeah.
If you want to come check
If
it
you-
out.
Well, I
Yeah.
figured, yeah.
It's free.
Do you want to do jury duty? Come do it. And
Yeah.
then, so I think I didn't come. Nothing ever happened to that. And
Probably got a
then
file on you.
it could be.
Yeah, you're on a list.
And then I got it for, if you want to get out of it, I got it in the best case scenario. I got it during COVID. So I got jury duty during COVID, and they canceled it because, my name got picked, and I didn't have to do anything. They just go, it's not happening because of COVID, and then I'm out.
They didn't do it over Zoom. I bet they were doing Zoom jury.
Not
Yeah.
at the time when I got it, it was still pretty.
Pre-Zoom.
It was
Yeah.
kind of crazy, and so
Yeah.
they were still just, they go, all right, we're not doing it, and it was like,
Yeah.
I mean, best case scenario to be like, I have it checked off. Can they ask you again?
oh, in like 20 years or
I
something.
thought they can't ask you.
I
Can they?
don't know.
I don't know.
Brian, you feel like you've done it
A bunch.
every year.
Yeah, you're just a fan. You're at the trial anyway.
Yeah.
Do you ask?
Like, I'm going to be in the stands anyway.
I want to be an extra, so eventually they'll pick me. No, I got summoned once, just like you, during COVID, and then it got canceled. Ruth's got to do jury duty like next week or the week after.
Oh wow!
That's
When was
awesome.
yours?
Mine was like 2 months ago.
Oh wow!
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'd have canceled shows for the week.
Did you follow the trial after the fact? Like,
Oh yeah. No,
you would have had to cancel the shows for.
I would have. No, I would have wanted to
Yeah.
because it was sweet. I was trying to be involved.
Yeah.
you would have so been on the news.
No, 100%.
Oh.
My buddy,
The jury sequestered.
they
You're
got
calling
one of my
in.
buddies. My buddy was on the jury. I didn't get accepted, but my buddy, I was like calling him every night for like updates. I was like, dude, what are they doing?
How do you even have a buddy that also gets jury duty? At the
He was
same
in there.
time?
I don't know. He was in there. He didn't want. Yeah, it was like, but the guy was guilty.
Did he tell you all about it? It was
I can't
good.
say. I don't think.
Here's what I think.
Yeah,
I don't think
Are
you're.
you allowed to say
You
it
nodded
ever?
and said,
No.
I can't say.
Yeah, you can say.
Did he do it or not do it? I don't think I can say, but
Yeah.
if you're watching at home, my head's going up and down.
Okay, there was like it was a murder trial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they like, the guy walked out. Like he was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's him? That's the guy?
You get that far that you see
Yes.
the guy?
Yeah. The guy's
Yes.
out there with his attorney.
I was
And
like-
so you got to answer in front of them?
In front of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's
Was
him?
Did he start laughing when you said podcaster?
It's like, at least I'm not that guy.
Yeah. He goes, what'd he say? What'd he say? He goes, that's more embarrassing than what I did. I should have killed you. I'd have got away with it.
Yeah, they had to review everybody. They have to like, I thought it was awesome.
I think your buddy got summoned and you didn't have anything to do, so you just went down there with him
No,
and tried
no,
to get
no,
on
no,
it.
no.
That's what I think happened.
I was in the courtroom and then they have 12.
yeah.
And then they interview the defense and the other side. I don't know what the jobs are. They have a certain amount of people. Yeah, no, he's gone. Like Fur Baby's getting. And then the other guy goes, like, if I was on trial, I'll tell you out of this room, who would I want to sympathize? He would be on my team. He would probably be against me. You would be against me.
sure.
I'd take you.
Yeah.
I know
You'd be,
what it
I
is,
could
yeah.
convince you either side.
Yeah. You can get me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they want.
Yeah. They go, what about that guy? I think that guy's a good dude.
Yeah.
That's what the lawyer says. I think that guy's a pretty fun hang.
But well, you don't. They said they don't want anyone. They don't want anyone because I looked it up. They don't want anyone with a strong opinion.
Yeah.
They want people that can be.
Yeah.
Sway.
So they go, they're like, what do you do? You want me to tell you what I do to see if I get to do this jury of the guy that clearly did this? Yeah. I'm a judge.
Yeah.
So
they go.
we talked about this maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but for patent lawsuits, it can be extremely complex and there's a lot of
Yeah.
technical language and stuff used. So the majority of these cases, or at least a high amount of them, are tried in one county in Texas
Yeah.
because statistically, the jury pool is the easiest to convince of
From there.
from anything.
Yes.
Oh, really?
So like major tech lawsuits are in this one county in Texas because they know I can convince these people of anything. Like,
Well, that's like
they're not going to understand the technical language. Of
Yeah,
this.
I think there's a movie with windshield wipers.
hmm
What's
Yeah,
that?
with Greg Kinnear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked about that recently on here.
you recommended it to Dusty.
To Dusty, yeah.
Now, does that take place in
Yeah.
that county in Texas?
Oh, I don't know that, but
Yeah.
it felt like
A
it was like
patent
it was a
lawsuit.
patent lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 100 people, and I go, if I was on trial, I could look at those people and be like, who would I want? Just by looking at them, and
Yeah.
that you assume a lot of things, but the way
Yeah.
people are dressed,
Yeah.
the way you go, that person would be sympathetic to me.
Yeah, I think they know, and I think they know to ask.
I could be swayed so easily.
a
I'd be the
podcast.
perfect juror or the worst juror.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm a
I'm
comedian.
in the field of drama.
They're like, no, you're out.
Content creator.
You're out.
I think
Worse.
it would be brutal to be like, I would say it, but I'm a stand-up comedian.
You would say that.
I would, just because it's like, how people used to lie about what your job is.
Yeah.
It was always like, I was just like, if I have to lie, they're going to say something else and blah, blah, blah.
Like in an Uber.
So
and you don't want to have the
I'll just go,
conversation.
I'm a stand-up comedian. And now I'll try to not say it. They're like, what are you in town for? I'm like, I'll just visiting, hanging out with some friends.
Yeah.
Like, I'll try not to say what I'm in town
I
for.
say I'm unemployed. Like in an Uber. What do you do for a living?
To
You go,
the other guy unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm unemployed. Hey, how do you sign up for this Uber thing, dude?
How do you start this?
Yeah.
Well, at least to say I'm a writer.
Yeah.
I tried that for a little while.
You know, he's a big Uber driver.
I
Oh,
was, yeah.
He was.
What do you ask what people do?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he
Yeah.
talks to them all. He lets
Oh,
them
yeah.
put their purse up front next to his, and then and then he suggests they sit up front.
I clutch them
He
both.
goes,
I sit up
he goes,
front.
why are the back doors locked? I think you should come up here with me. Yeah.
The back door's locked. No, because sometimes the front seat's pushed all the way up.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's back
That's it. It's all laid
and
back.
lean back.
And he's got stuff in the other seat, and you go, I guess I got to sit up front. And he goes, I guess so. I don't know.
I got a question. Did they profile? Do you guys profile people and then turn the music based on who you're looking at?
I'm gonna have a joke about that.
The music?
Yeah.
You have a joke about
Yeah.
people doing it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you? I mean, what did you have music going in the car when you picked somebody up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I never drove
You just
for Uber.
have Dave Ramsey's
That
radio show.
Yeah.
For
1045, the zone.
Probably that.
Yeah, that's what you probably had.
Somebody's from out of town. They got to hear about the Titans
Yeah.
practice facility for 2 hours. What do you think about the Titans this year?
You're like, well, I'm not from here. I'm from Cincinnati.
I don't
Well,
care.
You're gonna learn now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have a joke about me being profiled, which is true. I've gotten into Ubers, and there'll be like a young black man driving, and he'll put it on like 70s light rock, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I swear, I don't
You were
think
not listening to this.
that's what he was listening to
Mhm.
before I got in this car.
But that's pretty good. That's probably, it adds to the, like, that's a guy that's doing a service. And
Yeah.
he's going, I'm betting this guy.
He's right.
If you got in, I would turn the radio off. Because I would be like, oh, this looks like a guy that wants that radio off. that would be the judge.
Yeah.
Why is the radio always off? Because
It's
that's what it
just
feels like.
silence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Aaron, you want to tell us about Rocket Money?
Rocket Money is a great service. Do you find any subscriptions you forgot about or you paid for twice and didn't realize it? I know I have. I mean, how much do you think you're paying in subscriptions every month, John? The answer
lots.
is probably more than you think. Over 74% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. I was paying for one subscription twice. This is true. Thanks to Rocket Money, I'm no longer wasting money on the ones that I've forgotten about. Rocket Money, as you all know, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. I love the dashboard. It'll show your month's spending compared to last month. You can keep track of your spending habits and help create a budget to keep your spending on track. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's features. So stop wasting money on things that you do not use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/Nate. That is rocketmoney.com/Nate. One more time, rocketmoney.com/Nate.
It's hot. It was hot.
This is my first time here, so I didn't know. I was like, maybe it's just hot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel good. Y'all need to get in shape.
There's no way. You had a sweatshirt on.
Yeah, I feel good, dude. This is what just being in control of your mind and body looks like.
That is true.
How's your diet going, by the way?
It's good. They been what? I started 7 days of eating eggs, chicken, and steak every day.
Wow.
7 days. I've walked 5 miles every day, but Sunday, this past Sunday, just my body was hurting. I was supposed to walk. We got up, went to church, and like the day ended up just kind of getting away from me. But I was hurting so bad
From walking?
from walk. Like just I walked and I worked out a full workout one day, and I was just so like Thursday or something. I was just so sore,
Yeah.
and I was like, all right, I was supposed to go walk before church, and I was like, I didn't really get up in time. Our church is 11:30 or something like that.
11?
11 maybe. I think we went
Mhm.
to the 11 one.
That's the whole day.
Yeah. Well, the church is one service is at 9:45, and then the other one's at maybe at 11:30 or 11. But so we were going to go to the 11. But I didn't really get up in time to walk. When I go walk, I'm walking 5 miles. It takes
That's 2 hours.
it's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoy it.
In your
I take-
neighborhood?
huh?
You got to go to like a trail.
No, in my neighborhood, I just go pick up path. I mean, we walk down some trail, but I walk Holly. I take her usually for the first half, so maybe it'll be like 2.5 miles. I kind of get her on, and then
So you're working like a 30-minute mile? Close to
oh,
it?
Is it maybe
20 minute.
20? Yeah, 5 miles an hour, a little under 2 hours. I mean,
Mm.
yeah. Well, it's just like I enjoy it. Let me tell you what, man. It's a wonderful way to start your day.
Amen, brother.
It really is. And the fact that it's 2 hours is it's so long that you just kind of like I go away. I don't have my phone.
You're like,
I'm just minding my own business. Eric has been walking with me. And so like he comes with me and then me and Eric walk and talk. You want
is
to
this a guy?
Eric, the barber, trainer barber.
Oh, especially you call a guy and say you want to go on a walk.
Yeah. I find any man I can, find the closest man to me. I ask him, sir, will you walk with me for these next 5 miles?
If you texted me and said, can I go for I would go, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
But I'm doing it because he's training. Because I can't get up. Because and you know what, I don't need him to help me walk. But if he's not, I don't.
But he helps.
But he stands. He holds under my arms.
Yeah,
he holds me under my arms.
You can do it,
he
big
walks
guy.
behind me. But it helps to know he's sitting outside my driveway.
Yeah, somebody holding you accountable.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
He just goes left, right, left, right, left, right.
And then I go, I can't do it. And then I do like a little full body with him, just like these little weights. And I do. It's almost like doing a burpee without going to the part that's the worst part of the burpee.
Yeah.
Does he walk backwards in front of you like a tour guide as you're walking around?
No. We just walk. We have we're bonding.
Okay.
We have long conversations about a lot of stuff, career stuff, a lot of.
Oh yeah.
Like you should come, dude. It's
I'm gonna
amazing.
I'm gonna try.
You want to come out and walk with it? We're walking tomorrow morning.
Well,
You come walk with me tomorrow morning, and I'm supposed to golf at Legends.
4 hours, 2 hours of walking,
We get up and we have a nice little journey, little walk.
and I got a 30-minute drive on each side. That's a 3-hour commitment.
Is that too hard?
You said
Yo,
you're walking
look
for 2
how-
hours. I never heard of this.
What do you have to do?
I guess golf is that.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
could
a
golf.
distraction.
I could golf.
You could
and-
walk playing
Yeah.
golf, but
and you know what? I could see that tomorrow. Maybe if I'm golfing tomorrow, maybe I will be like, look, I'll just walk when I
Walk
golf,
18.
and then that solves that.
then the second hole you call and go, bring me a cart. And I'm not doing
Bring
it.
me a cart. I could walk 9 holes and then get a cart. But I mean, yeah, golfing would be.
It's like 7 miles.
Mhm.
Walking 18.
So it's even more.
Yes, you walk 9,
Yeah.
you'd be set.
Yeah. All right. Florence Linderman.
That sounds like a nice woman.
Florence Linderman. I feel like you say that and then he goes, I'm a man. Because that also feels like a name where they
Florence Linderman
Florence Linderman, you go.
organized.
Yeah, hello, it's Florence Linderman. Hey, ma'am, sir.
Yeah,
All right, sir. My bad. Congratulations to Nate and the Nateland Company. Wow, you have made a tremendous stride since 2020 when I found y'all. Your studio is gorgeous, as I would expect from the people around Nate. May God bless all your upcoming endeavors. Endeavors.
I called it. I mean, that's just a nice comment.
Endeavors.
End of verse.
Endeavors.
In the verse. End of verse. All right.
I think that's.
Thank you,
That's
Florence.
I never get endeavors on my food. That's what it feels like. Yeah. No endeavors, please.
Not today.
Matt Lazari. I will say I did enjoy the old set, and it's weird to see the change. But the best part about a new studio means the podcast isn't going anywhere, and I'm definitely excited about that. Very true. It will not go anywhere. I will be leaving soon.
Podcast will be here to stay. Yeah.
Because but you are nailed it, Matt. That the Nateland podcast will die in this building. No, we're gonna be doing it. It's been fun. I like coming down here.
Yeah.
We have new material tonight at Zany's. It's perfect. Like we got a really perfect situation right here. You just come down a little bit early, and then we
It's not
all
bad.
of us are going to, I think, go up on new material night.
Oh yeah.
Building a new hour. You got to tape a new hour.
I got to
You
tape a
just
new
did.
hour. I got nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm ready to go.
Did
No.
you just tape a special?
Yeah, 2
Yeah.
weeks ago. A month ago.
Wow. How'd it go?
Real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real good.
nice,
Did you do the Gas South? You film one there?
Where?
Did you do one in Duluth?
I did. Tennessee Kid was done at your place where you did yours.
Yeah, Gas
Yeah,
South.
yeah.
Yes, that's a great spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
was
call
awesome.
it the Georgia kid?
Yeah, it's a little different. But
Yeah.
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 Georgia kid.
Uh,
Super different.
Aaron Bowles. 1 week you hear trees being cut in the background. A couple weeks later, new set in a new set in a new location. That's true.
It did feel like a last straw. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, we got to get
that's
out of
enough.
here.
We got to get out of here. I tell you what, I've
No, he's
enjoyed.
implying those trees were the set.
1 week you hear trees being cut in the background, a couple weeks later a new set a new location.
I thought the comment was saying
that's funny.
You're complaining about the location, and the next thing you know, we're in a new location.
Yeah, that is funny. The next thing you know, we're using the tree from
that was cut.
Yeah, I cut the tree down because I was so mad at my wife for planting that at that time. So
what do you hear? What do you hear in the background now? What are you going to hear in the
Police
background?
sirens, ambulances.
Not an air conditioning.
Somebody asking for money.
Yeah. We heard like police sirens and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we're here at Zany's, and it's I saw it last night at the Dave Smith show. When it rains, so Zany's
loud.
is almost a perfect club in so many ways. But there's just the one thing about it: when it rains, dude, it is so
I wonder if
loud.
it sounds like that over here.
I haven't heard it yet.
Yeah.
Something about the roof over there.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's loud.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dave Smith was at Zany's. I started with Dave Smith. If you don't know Dave Smith, he's very political, but it's like very fun. He's great. I've been with Dave for 20 years, so he's like starting to do great things, and it's the best.
And if you come down, I would say if you're a fan of this podcast and you come to Zany's, take account of between me, Nate, and Dusty, the priority we've been put around this building. You were first on the wall, outside.
Yeah.
Then they're like, let's keep going. And I got second. And then Dusty got but then Dusty's photo in the lobby is gigantic.
Yeah,
it is.
His in the lobby is great. You're in a great spot on the Zany's
on the wall.
Yeah,
but they started with you because it was going to just be that wall, right? And they're like, let's keep going.
Killer B is me. Yeah, I think it's good that they kept going because it is great.
It is great.
It is great.
Mm-hmm.
And Dusty's,
you're in a good spot. You're right on the corner. Like, I mean, everybody sees you even more than they would see mine.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm on the 8th.
Nah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
Huh?
Because yours is perfect. You kind of come down that hill. You see yours for a long time.
And you got your
Yeah.
full,
John
full
sneaks up on
face.
you.
That's kind of like of our career. Like, I think you're going to see me for a long time, and John, you better look at, or you're going to miss.
John's going to get painted over here pretty quick.
Don't blink.
They could switch me out at any time.
That'd be funny if they painted all our faces to the. We can make y'all anybody we want you to be.
Depends on who they fill you in with.
Yeah.
But then you got
next week you're going to show up and be like, "Is that Hannah Gadsby?" And they just changed. They just changed your.
Why'd you have to choose that?
Because I was just trying to say someone.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, it is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It could be at any time. But then inside, which is the lab, it's just created. You got a whole wall. You got a memorabilia wall. You got a shadow box.
Got a shadow box. Yeah, very nice. We have they have the guitar that I smashed for SNL.
It's on the wall.
It's on the wall. And then the Bridgestone record. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, it's very nice.
And Dusty, if you can't miss Dusty.
You can't miss Dusty.
How did that get so big?
It's just a big thing. It looks great, but yeah, you can't miss Dusty.
He's big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had to put him in here. He wants. And we got to name this the Dusty Podcast. Matt Malone. I love how Nate has traveled the world, is now selling out arenas, has been on numerous TV shows doing his stand-up. But when talking about his new studio, he says, "We're the real deal. It's like a real thing." Yeah, that's how I feel.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think, because none of us feel like we're really professional.
No.
I sure don't.
Donna Harton. I'm going to miss Holly, and I'm sure she's already missing you. Could you maybe bring her in as a guest on occasion? I think so.
Mm-hmm.
We could bring Holly in. That'd be fun. Today would have been a good day to bring her in.
It's Nate's daughter.
Yeah.
No, dog.
Dog. Yeah.
Well, I knew that. I knew that. Yeah.
Lori,
she barks.
Fur
I guess.
baby.
She does bark.
Okay.
Yeah. Lori Peacock. It was an adjustment seeing Brian Muffin Bates at a new angle.
Bran Muffin.
Bran Muffin Bates.
Get that right.
Brian Muffin Bates makes no sense. That's why he just called him Muffin.
I read it with these. Bran Muffin Bates at a new angle, since he really gives off dad at the head of the dinner table vibes. It will be worth the change to see Nateland expanding with more good, clean, funny podcast. Well, you're switched now. I enjoy it over here, I think.
You like it in
I
that
think
spot?
I do.
There's going to be other podcasts in this set.
We got one.
Not in here though.
Yeah. Well, I think they will do
Just gotta switch
podcasting
that
here.
out.
Mhm.
It will. I think eventually, whatever this room becomes,
Oh yeah,
they will just either, if they're not a part of ours.
Yeah,
So
it's-
Dustin Nickerson,
yeah.
which make sure everybody go listen to Dustin Nickerson's podcast. Him and Melissa. They are Nateland they're under the Nateland Podcast Network now. So that was just announced last week.
Yep.
But they shoot theirs in San Diego. But if we
Yeah.
have other ones, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we have it figured out.
cover it up.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
cover it up, and like they would just be. We'd have
So he came in to announce his podcast, but he stayed at my house. So do you guys not cover lodging or?
We don't. We do, and we go see what John's doing. Yeah,
He got a buyout.
he got to buy.
$100.
Yeah, we gave him $40, and he
See
goes,
what
"Well,
Chris-
John charges 60."
I'm losing money.
Yeah. Okay. I read that one. Georgia Peach. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you see
Oh,
it.
me?
Georgia
you're
Oh,
from
that's their
Georgia.
name?
You're from
Yeah.
Georgia.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Georgia.
that's me, baby.
I can't believe only Aaron knew about ambrosia. Do you know what ambrosia is?
No idea. Never heard of it.
That was such a staple at places like Piccadilly Cafeteria.
I know what
Definitely this other thing. It was fruit salad with marshmallows and coconut. I always hated it. Fruit salad with
That's
marshmallows and coconut.
I mean, who's the blue collar guy now? on this
Mhm.
pod? I think I'm
that
proving
goes in
myself.
ambrosia.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's
said
what
it's
you
a staple
ser-
at
no,
Piccadilly
I
Cafeteria.
think because this is what you and your family would serve to people like us when y'all feel,
we have like a theme dinner at the
yeah,
house.
no,
Yeah.
I'm saying like for you're feeding the homeless. What I'm saying. So y'all would
Ambrosia.
feed the middle class because
Yeah.
you couldn't even understand homeless. Y'all were so high up
Yeah.
that you thought well, someone that works at Walmart is basically, homeless.
Let's feed them. Let's treat them well.
And they walk into your family walks into Walmart. And
Just go buy a tub of ambrosia and give it
Yeah.
out to them.
And what does she mean? Places like Piccadilly. What does that mean?
I think it's a restaurant.
Cafeteria style,
Right.
like a bad
restaurant.
place.
Is it called
I
Piccadilly?
love Piccadilly. Yeah, Piccadilly is a
Is
place.
it a place?
in
Yeah.
Alabama. We used to have our pregame meal there Fridays before football games.
All
Went to
right.
Piccadilly,
We used to.
and then Golden Corral after that.
That was a place where you could bring the church bulletin and get a discount.
Really?
After church, you bring the church bulletin.
Oh, that's great.
They were like, you went
Piccadilly?
to church. Yeah. They
Yeah.
were like trying to encourage people to go to church, I guess.
That's great.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme had, if you bring in your report card, for every A, you get a donut.
Wow.
We talk about incentivizing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Straight.
Place
That's
a lot.
that is pretty good. That would be a good. They should do. They still do that.
I don't know. I don't know if it was just the one by our house.
Is that how you got into Notre Dame?
Say
I had
less.
straight A's this whole childhood.
Dang, dude. This guy's killing it.
What if we'll find out it wasn't Krispy Kreme never did this? It was just your family did this to you. Krispy Kreme's like, I don't even know what he's talking about.
They walk. He's like, let me go in there first and
Yeah.
make sure they're still doing it. He slips them $10. He's like, when my son comes in,
When my son comes in, yeah.
A 12-year charade.
He goes, I don't even know if they're open. Let me run in real fast. And his dad goes, hey, I got a son. You're noticed. And
There's a senior photo.
how we know it's him?
Because
You'll know who I'm talking
yeah,
about.
because that picture's sitting in the back of the van. And he's gonna get
Listen, when this kid comes in, he's going to show you his report
Yeah.
card. And he goes, are you still doing the thing? Oh, yeah, we're still doing it. We're still doing it.
I have a hard time looking at Dusty's picture, man. It's
That's Dusty,
It's
a
tough.
different time in his life, man.
Yeah.
Much different time.
I mean, look at that Netflix picture and then look at that. It doesn't even
Yeah.
look like him.
yeah.
I honestly, it's like borderline doesn't look like him.
Which Dusty's doing better?
That
Oh,
the
definitely-
first one,
Definitely the Dusty now.
I say the first one was
Did you know him in high school? You didn't know him.
No.
no.
We grew up maybe 35 minutes from each other,
Yeah, but-
which is pretty crazy to think about. We didn't meet till Nashville.
Dusty in high school.
They're also 10
was,
years difference in
but
age.
that's true.
He was the kid that played Stan in Eminem's music video. And he goes,
Listen, if this kid was on the football team, this kid was smoking cigarettes under the bleachers, this kid was student body president, No, he was student body president.
No, that's the
I was
What is he?
perfect attendance, just a nice guy. I did
Yeah.
nothing wrong. I was a perfect kid.
Just showed up, cheered.
That was a toupee model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
You were the drum major for sure.
He was Benjamin Button. It just caught it at the right time. It just worked out perfectly. That this is the only picture that looked normal. He goes, "That was the best year of my life. It's the only thing, everything lined up."
It's downhill from there.
Benjamin Button.
All right. Jake McCleary, looking for the new Nateland showcase, except I have no idea when it is because Nate described it as every Tuesday once a month. I mean, you can't figure it out from that. I don't know what to tell you.
Makes sense.
Seems to make sense to me.
First Tuesday each month starts August 6th. So then it's September 3rd, October 1st, November 4th.
And the first one sold out already.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Oh,
right?
nice.
Yep. So
Great. First
yeah,
one
it's
sold out. Get your tickets. It's it's going to be we are starting to build this world out. And so we're going to have a lot of great comics on it. They will be at the lab. Hopefully we will start doing more shows. But Tuesday, first Tuesday each month, we're going to be, I think we're filming them.
There it is.
So it's come see some of these comics. These are all we're booking. Lucy's. How did she
dang.
when we say that?
Preacher
I
lost
don't
it.
know.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care. I don't care.
Lucy's booking it. But because she's the best, she booked the first showcase that we did, and so this is similar to this, and then similar to that, and we're going to just be just having stuff out on the YouTube page, on everything. Just I'm very, very excited about it. And, we're becoming a real thing.
Mhm.
Holly Ballard. I was shocked to hear that John Crist had never had anyone comment on his thumbs. I
Okay.
too have distal hyperextensibility.
Okay, don't
That's
say it
pretty
like
great.
that.
Though. I said that good, right?
Yeah, you did.
I mean,
Hyperextensibility.
I think it was distal, but yeah.
Well, distal that's the hard part.
Distal.
Distal hypertension.
That sounds like something you don't want. I'll tell you, I thought I just had a thumb, and now I
Yeah.
have this.
So much so that my thumbs go back into 90-degree angles. People's reaction when seeing them are always entertaining, but y'all's reaction to John's are by far the best. Yeah. It's cool, man.
So do I have to say if I fill out an application, do I have to say I have
You need
that?
to say that.
I do?
Yeah.
You do jury duty.
You
You need
told
to
jury
If you do, yeah.
I'm a podcaster with distal hyperextensibility. And they go,
Everybody
God,
does.
get that guy
No,
out
We'll
of
Yeah.
here.
start
wait.
putting a ramp up for you when you do shows here.
Yeah.
Distal.
I think they're changed the doorknobs.
You know, when you go
They'll
to
put a hook on them. John's coming. Change the doorknobs. Get the
I
staff
think
in
when
here.
I go to what's
couple
the
big
thing at
boys.
the airport when you got to say you do the the clear? I go. I gotta.
You
I
gotta-
opt out.
What do? Stand on your head? You gotta,
I gotta opt out.
they go,
I can't do it.
can you hold that upside down? Then they got to come in from the top. They have to, yeah.
I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's probably, it could be good though, because once they got all our fingerprints, they're like, the distal hyperextensive something people, because it's just too long of a word, but it goes on too long. And so, but your group will be like, you'll be
We're
running.
ahead of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be,
Now I have this for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
I don't think you do anything.
You can
about
probably
it.
go to physical therapy and work on it, but
Surgery.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's just, they're telling you don't do it. That's all they're going to tell it. Physical
Hyperextensibility.
therapy can't do anything with that.
I know.
Distal hyperextensibility.
Yeah.
No shame in those thumbs, my man.
Okay. Dude,
Yeah.
It's a callback from a year ago,
yeah.
dude.
Lauren Marksbury. It's rude to point with one finger in Japan. So you have to make a sweeping gesture with your whole hand. Imagine people doing that at Chipotle.
I don't
I like, you do a sweeping. I would like the beans.
Well, you don't have an
And,
accent.
I don't know.
Now he's from.
I don't know how
He's
to-
like an Italian.
He's from Italy.
I would like the beans.
I would like the beans, and they're like, none of it makes sense. You're like, well, you're at a Mexican restaurant. You go, and you're in Japan. I would like the beans, please.
He also has an accent. That's a great comment.
Yeah.
What was that? Or is that a reference to something you talked about last week?
Yeah, Chipotle.
We're saying it when I order a Chipotle, I try to not point and try to do it without doing any physical movements towards what your ingredients that you want, and just go off words. It's a fun little exercise to do.
Apparently, Gary Goldman has a joke about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He has a joke about Chipotle. Very funny joke. Yeah.
So you gotta
It's like you don't have to point at the corn. They
know where the corn is.
Yeah, you found it. You don't even work here.
Yeah. And Aaron, is that how you exercise? You said it was a very fun exercise. What do you want me to do? I didn't even want to. I didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, coming from the guy that walks 4 miles a day now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've been
5
miles.
5 miles a day.
Four. I
It's
wish
crazy.
4
Takes you
miles.
3
dude.
hours. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. He
Because
said
I
you
get
don't
up.
have time
Dude, it's a full 2 hours
before church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It bumps into. I got some at 11 o'clock. We're in trouble.
Okay. For what percentage of the people that listen to this podcast do you think go to church? Honest guess.
Oh, I think I'd be at least 50%. Like you know, yeah.
Why?
11:30 is maniacal for the service.
What do you mean?
That's Plosive.
You go,
And
Well, if there was only
11:30, no. You're not going to
11:30
church at 11:30. My church is
11:30 was our mass time every Sunday. My entire
well, I
life.
meant like church.
I don't know.
Is
Maybe
that-
your church is
No,
11.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
I'm at church.
I mean, my church is at 9 o'clock and it's like sold out. They didn't call it sold out. I don't think they- sold out.
You would go to church that says we're sold out.
Yeah.
you would go to that one to be seen.
Yeah.
John's like, I have a residency at First
Yeah.
Baptist.
Sold out.
Because can't
Yeah.
get in.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Boom.
Boom.
I made it.
So then the
And do you go to that one or the added show?
I go to I go to the matinee.
You saying 11:30 is late to start church?
Yes.
What
dude.
time's your second church? The second
11.
okay.
9 and 11. And I think
Maybe ours is at 11. I could be wrong.
Mhm.
And I'm saying 11:30. And then by the time I stroll in there,
it's 11:30.
it's 11:30.
We would do 5 p.m.
I actually think it's
5 p.m.
11.
Yeah,
church.
it's got to be
I think we do
11.
a 5. I actually think it is 11.
He gets there 11:30 to be seen.
I get there 11:30. You
Walks
know,
through the front.
Yeah.
yeah.
This is
Now the
it.
band,
Yeah.
another band's kind of winding down. You're getting in
going
there
on.
when Laura and them were there, and then I drop Laura and Harp off, and I go find parking, and it takes a good 30 minutes. It's about time I
Nate
get.
goes, and it's weird at our church because they do the preaching first,
Yeah.
and then the music. I go, I think you're coming in between
I catch-
services,
That's the best way to go. I catch the back end in the first half,
and then I'm out.
then I'm out.
Yeah, to lunch.
Yeah.
Well, we have. I don't know if this makes sense. We have a Bible study that we go to, and it's at a house, and the leader goes, "Hey, we've gotten too big for the house," and he said, "No more. You can't invite anybody else."
Mhm.
As Jesus would want it.
Yes. And I go, so this guy was like, "Hey, like, do you like have a Bible study?" And I go, "Nah, dude, I don't think like you could." I go, "No, we can't. No,
Yeah, you can't. You go. I don't have it.
where it's sold out.
It's sold out.
Yeah.
It is sold out.
What are you going to say to him? We can't fit more
You
people
can
in
open
here."
Yeah.
up some seats. They usually can on a sold out show.
But is it at the guy's house?
Yeah, it's at his house.
Maybe you could be like, have it at your house.
Yeah.
You don't have
That's what I was
anything
thinking.
I
going
got a
on
small.
there.
I got.
It's wide open. You got a mattress on the floor. He's got
No seats.
you got just a mattress and a bucket with your
Well,
socks in it. Bucket. I don't know.
Well,
A
isn't
sock
that,
bucket.
isn't that how a church starts? So we go, we're just
Yeah.
meeting at a
Yeah.
house, and then he
Oh,
goes,
for sure.
"Hey, it's getting a little too big. We got to
Yeah.
meet at the school,
Yeah.
or we got to meet at my office."
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Well, to keep the lights on in here, we just got to like, can
Yeah.
a couple of y'all like put
Start
in some money?"
charging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just take
Yeah.
like 10% of everything and just
Yeah.
get it
And then
all.
you go,
Yeah.
"Well, this guy, he's like has a guitar, so he's probably gonna like do a little."
Mm.
Now, are we at church now? I
In your
that's
Bible study, do y'all sing?
No, we don't sing.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was like, if they play guitar,
That's a church.
I couldn't do it.
yeah.
No, in a small group.
Oh, in a house.
Oh,
That's tough.
Do you have to talk at everyone? What do you?
No,
you
I
have
don't.
to, like,
I don't
say your
usually
name?
say anything. If you're new,
What you do?
it's not rehab.
Yeah. Is that? Did you have a hard time switching out of that
Podcaster?
one then thing to get into that one? Your first Bible study, you go. I've been here before. My name's John Crist.
No, you don't
And
say
they
your
go,
last name.
Oh, you don't?
Not at rehab.
Oh, hi, I'm John. And they're like, "What is he? What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, sorry, sorry. I just."
No, everybody goes, "Hi, John."
Yeah.
Like that's
Hi,
in the movies.
John.
That's in AA. That's in the movies.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody? I'll give you my last name if you want it.
Can y'all just meet outside?
I don't think
Yeah,
in the
that's
winter.
hot. Yeah, it's like that's a
come
whole
on.
thing.
How many
Got
people could
leaves
you
going.
fit at your house in the biggest room in your house? Not more than 30.
We couldn't have 30 people in there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How big can a Bible study get before you we got to convert?
Well, I would think it would be. I would think you wouldn't even want 30. I would think I wouldn't want to go to something of his. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe you would because you're just like you could sit in the back and not be.
Be a part of it.
Yeah, but then you're basically at a church then.
At 30%.
I thought a
church.
Bible study was supposed to be more like 10, 12 people and
Yeah.
everybody's kind of talking and
Everybody's contributing.
yeah.
You think 50% of this podcast listeners go to church?
Mm.
I don't. You're asking. I don't know. I mean, I hope so.
You think that's high or low?
Low.
You think it's a lot more than that?
Yeah.
I think 50 goes to church. I think the other 50 knows where they're going. You know what I mean? Sorry to all you. Danny Kerr, Steve Kerr's cousin. I didn't learn to tie my shoes until 3rd grade, which is much later than most kids. And I tie my shoes the exact same way as Aaron.
Love it.
That's cool.
Loop, swoop, and pull.
No, bunny ears.
He does you do the bunny ears first.
Yeah, you make
No.
the loops.
Yeah.
And then you just
Yep.
do that.
Yeah.
I do loop, swoop, and pull.
Sorry about our cord.
I think I do loop.
Yeah, sorry.
Do loop. Yeah.
Got a knot over
Yeah.
here, guys.
I don't
You
know
a
what
cool-
I do. I do this the way that
You
You
just
can't think about it.
America does it.
you have your barber trainer do it for you.
Yeah. I go, well,
Eric!
Yeah.
You do it.
I haven't been down that far in years. Yeah.
My shoes untied again.
There seemed to I did come out with you guys. There was a lot of guys out there.
It's a big operation.
Yeah,
He has a lot of guys.
We have, but you know Eric. You've met Eric, right?
Yeah. No, but I saw you guys post the tour wrap photo, and I go, this is a lot of guys.
Oh, we have a lot of people.
You added
Well,
a
yeah.
one person per show for the whole
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
How many did it start with?
Started with him a long time ago.
Just
The
y'all
tour-
two.
I mean, at the beginning,
I grew
and then
this
it was
thing
just
out.
me and him. And then we got where were you doing just me and you theaters or theaters? I probably
And not
started
and one more
switching it.
person?
No, it would just I think the theaters
No, it
was
was just
me and
us.
you. Yeah,
Tennessee
just
Kid
us.
was just
Yeah.
us.
No
Yeah, yeah,
way.
Yeah.
There's
Why?
no Outback rep or no.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
I think there was that.
So 3.
I'm talking about comics. Yeah, so there was
Oh,
like
no,
one.
no, you know that photo? There's like
Yeah.
50 people on that
well,
stage.
that's because now you got an entire creative audio as
Yeah,
a crew, and we got a great crew. So we have 3 semi trucks,
Yeah,
3 buses, like so. There's a lot of people.
And that was anybody who'd have been involved in a show in the whole tour.
Yeah, yeah, the
That
whole
wasn't,
tour.
that
Oh,
wasn't
that
just
was
a
the
crew
crew.
from
I
one
go,
show.
good
Tony, our promoter Tony,
Yeah.
and Will, and I mean, just a million. Yeah, there's just a lot of people because it's such
lot
a
of people,
big
yeah.
like thing. So that's what that became. And in the comics, I just like having Julian usually host Julian McCullough, and then I think he'll be here next week. I think, and then 3 comics. You
Yeah.
know, just to like do a show again. We're trying to build it up so
That's
people
sweet,
can. There's
dude.
comedy for people that they don't want to listen to. Whatever. Yeah, look, if we didn't have all my guys, we played softball, we would have had
Your whole, you
nothing.
wouldn't have a starting lineup.
No.
Yeah.
We had we had a real game.
Yeah. Been 5-on-5.
That was the
Yeah.
best, dude.
That Nick in the outfield. That was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Yeah, I was thinking about because you did Des Moines this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
One of your last shows in a club, you'd already started to do theaters, and I was with you, Des Moines Funny Bone, and the guy came in and said, "Which one of you is Nate?"
Yeah, I tell that story. It's
No, the sound
tell-
guy came
yeah.
in.
yeah, I tell it a little, I lead up to that, so it's at least funny.
He's teeing you up to tell the story.
He's already told the punchline. That's like going like, do your joke, Olivia. Tell your Olivia joke. That's the whole point of the whole joke.
Tell your Joan Lee Bonely joke.
Your what?
People yell that to Henry Cho all the time. Tell
What?
that Joan Lee Bonely joke.
Yeah.
That's the punchline.
That's the punchline. Yeah, it was very funny. We Des Moines Fun and Bone, great club.
Yeah,
but then I was in there. I was running my stuff to get ready to go to theaters because I was in theaters,
yeah.
and then so I'd just go there, and it's just like where you're at. Like you think you're like, I'm about to go on this big theater tour. It's going to be big time, whatever. And the sound guy, just opens the door, walks in, and goes, "All right, who's Nate?" And there's just three of us in there. And I had to go, I'm Nate. And just like where he goes, so 45, 25, 10, like your typical time that they, where it's like, once you start in theaters, you're like, I'll say the time. It was great though. Who's Nate?
It was the same guy that was
so much funnier.
Pointing at the beans.
Yours wasn't. Mine was. I had a clap to it. It's a big build up. You just go do the Who's Nate thing.
The Who's Nate guy was the same guy that was pointing at the beans at Chipotle. I feel like it's the same.
Because I want the beans.
Who's the Nate?
Who's the Nate?
Who's the same guy?
I think this guy thinks he's at Fajoli. What's that restaurant?
Fazoli's.
Fazoli's.
That's close.
Yeah. Huh? Fazoli's closed?
There's still Fazoli's around.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Fazoli's hits.
Drew Maddox owns it.
Don't disrespect
Is that
it.
true?
No, we've talked
Did you
about
ever
that
hear
before.
that? Yeah.
You've mentioned that before. I don't think it's true. There's no Fazoli still in Nashville, are there?
There's
There used to be one right outside
in
Rivergate.
Hermitage.
Yeah.
Hermitage might still have one. Dana Buol.
Buol.
Buol. Breakfast is correct on women's basketball. We played half court, the defense on one side and the offense on the other. Once we got to the center court, we had to pass the ball. We could also only dribble twice and then had to pass.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
And it,
I wonder if they were higher scoring games though,
I think they
than
were.
they are now. Yeah.
Really?
Some people emailed and said, "Yeah, my cousin scored 76 points in a game," and
Wow.
Really?
because it's 3-on-3 basically.
Oh, so you would have 6 people out there.
Yeah, 3 on defense, 3 on offense.
Yeah.
And
You just pass it over. Is this the Olympics?
this is how women's basketball was. And a couple
What
of
we
states,
think they should go back to.
a couple of states like Oklahoma and Iowa went until like the mid 90s doing this.
Oh, so the defense would get the rebound and then dribble it up to half court.
They would only get
offense.
2 dribbles and then they have to pass.
I didn't know that part, but
That's pretty
You could also
fun.
only dribble twice.
I'll tell you what, we could start playing like this
I'm into this.
on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Like that could be pretty fun where it's like, it's because everybody kind of needs a break. And so I would do it. All we need is what?
6
You need
people.
12
12.
people. 12
Yeah,
people.
12,
Yeah.
3, 3, 3, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
still play that way though. Just cut it down to 2 and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
I saw you wore a Caitlin Clark hat.
I did. Yeah. We did a show at the Indiana where they play, the Fever play.
Oh, sweet.
And so they gave us a
dude.
bunch of Caden Carnes stuff. And it was, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, what about the Pacers? You were like, nah, we don't want any of that.
I got a Pacers jacket too, but they're in the Indiana Fever jacket.
It's clean.
I think
Clean.
I think my nephew took it. I don't know. I've lost it somehow. Someone took it,
Yeah.
but it was awesome.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You want to make sure you get that out. It was what?
I know, it's clean.
Clean, yeah.
Yes, what do you mean?
I don't know. You kept saying it like you're making sure that we all heard that you're saying a
It's
word
nice.
you're too old to say.
Clean?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't
good
think you
looking
can say
jacket.
clean.
That jacket looks clean.
Yeah.
No.
What do you think the cutoff is for that?
He was bussing, dude.
The cutoff for saying clean.
Yeah.
I think you should have been saying it as a kid, and the cutoff. You can still say all the words that you said as long as you want.
Oh, is it when they started with you.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think clean started. Once you go.
I graduated from clean. Yeah, I should be.
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah, you were like, I'll still say dope.
Brian still says groovy.
Yeah.
I can't even say cool. Came
Yeah.
along after me.
No.
No, you were
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah. He just does thumbs up.
Yeah. Brian says
Hey,
Brian says egad.
Yeah. Is what did y'all do? Firm handshakes.
Yeah.
yikes.
Yeah, that's I can't say
Cheapers.
that's cap.
I say
No
yeah.
cap. No,
No cap.
I can't do that.
No what?
No cap.
Can't say no cap. I just saw a
You know what
joke.
cap means, Brian?
I don't know what it means either, but it's like
Cap means like a lie. It's false.
Oh.
So it says no cap.
Yeah.
That means I'm telling
well,
the truth.
you see some of these like I saw Draymond Green or something like even use that. And even him, you're like, I think you're too old for that. Like some NBA players where you're like, you have gray hair. Maybe that word is like,
But if they're like
They
key
kept.
players in the culture that comes out of, then it's like
there's still a point.
Yeah.
I know, but there's Anthony Edwards might say cap,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Draymond Green, like you get older, you're like, I don't think you need to, I don't
What's
know
it
if I want
called?
to see I don't see LeBron say cap. You're like, all right, dude, like you're, but you don't mind seeing the young.
What is it called when you got to apply for like a exemption?
Plosive.
Yeah. If you're like a comedian or like an entertainer,
Yeah.
you can apply for like an exemption to say like mid or something like that.
To say mid.
Like that this podcast
Oh.
is mid.
Like you're like in golf, they get an exemption. Like in golf tournaments
Because you bring
there's
so
like,
much
There's
to
like
it. Yeah.
3
Yeah.
players or
Yeah,
something.
we get a pass.
You get a pass.
Yeah, an exemption. A sponsor's exemption.
Yeah.
So if you're like, yeah.
To say mid.
Or like a comic might
What does
get,
mid mean?
it's like average.
Yeah, like
Oh.
Yeah, it's
middle.
pretty
Like,
mid.
yeah.
And then
How was that drink? That coffee was mid.
I think I say dope, bananas.
Bananas.
I think you can't go backwards.
You can go.
I think
you can go backwards.
I think you go back as far as
Oh, you
you
can
want.
keep, yeah.
I don't think you can go forward. I think you can go backwards. So like, were y'all saying clean?
So like
No, I
we can't
didn't
pick
grow
up
up
any new slang from this.
You could be
day
like,
on.
that's nice, maybe.
Yeah.
That's sick. I can do
Right.
sick.
Sick.
What about
You could
stupid?
do.
That's
Yeah.
stupid.
What about nicey with it instead of?
No, I couldn't do that. Maybe is that what y'all said? Oh,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Nicey. Yeah, you can't say, yeah. You can go backwards.
Yeah.
But it's like
You
if
go-
somebody wears bell bottoms right now, but he's like, are you going forward or backward? Because that was out, but then it's
It's-
coming back. Are
They're
you
so far.
Fashion cyclical, right?
are you ahead of it
Yeah.
or behind it?
They're ahead. Well, if they're ahead of it, I guess if they. Did they really say fashions? What is it? It just keeps
Cyclical,
coming around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm allowed to say clean.
that's clean. I don't know. It's
When did that word start?
with your jacket
There's
and
no
pants,
way to
maybe.
find that
that-
out.
Not,
That's
Yeah.
clean, dude. Yeah, but people say that about like my outfits sometimes. Like, dude, you can't wear that. I'm 40. You can't wear that outfit.
I would say for you, it's kind of, to be honest, you kind of work with it just
Mhm.
because it's your personality is very fun and you're going to say these words. And I don't think anybody takes you, I don't take you seriously with
Yeah,
you
yeah,
saying
When
that.
he's, yeah.
When
you
you're
know.
saying it. So I mean, I
There's
joke about
irony in it.
Yeah, I joke about you saying it, but
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of. But I also would, I would want you to say it
Oh,
because
so
that's what's
fresh
funny.
and so clean.
The phrase originated in hip hop and R&B music, where artists would use it to describe their personal appearance, clothing, or lifestyle.
That's clean.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was our time.
So
If
fresh
it
and
was-
so clean is high
yeah,
school. Yeah.
Yeah,
Outcast. Yeah.
yeah.
So fresh, so clean isn't a slang word. Oh,
Mm.
okay. He's not actually saying he's clean.
Yeah.
Yo, you're
I
clean.
don't have to take a
Yeah,
shower.
I just showered.
Yeah.
You look clean.
I think we'll save the topic for next week.
Yeah.
But I did want to get your guys' opinion on something. So the century is almost a fourth of the way over, which is hard to believe.
Yeah.
ESPN just put out their 100 greatest athletes since 2000. The top 9, you could argue, or be made are the best ever at their sport, which is pretty crazy when you think about just a short time period it is. But I wanted to show you guys and just see what you guys thought. Obviously, Phelps, I think everybody would agree, is the greatest swimmer.
So he's the number one athlete.
Yeah, so
Of
far
the
for this
21st century.
so far for this century.
But I don't think I would guess Michael Phelps.
I would have guessed Tiger
Yeah,
would have been my number
Yeah.
one, but Phelps is. I'm not upset about Phelps
No, I'm
being
not
number
either.
one.
I am.
You don't think either?
I think Tiger.
Yeah.
He's just won so many.
Tiger's got to be top 3. So
Mhm.
number 1, Michael Phelps. Serena 2.
All right.
Yeah.
But everybody,
No.
It's gonna be three's an F1 guy.
yeah.
All right, I
What
don't
are we
know
doing? What are we
what-
doing?
yeah.
Serena Williams 2? No, like super dominant, obviously.
Yeah.
obviously
Sure.
the greatest women's player.
3 Messi.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I get on board with that.
Let's
Okay.
get back to it.
I don't know.
LeBron.
No.
LeBron.
I would have
4.
LeBron. Like
I'd put LeBron. I'm surprised Tiger's down this far.
yeah.
But
I guess he.
Some of Tiger's greatness was in the 90s.
but the year 2000
Oh, yeah.
was his biggest thing.
It was as big. Yeah.
The year
99, really, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
he
would
would.
97 when he
Yeah,
was first.
he should be in. What else? What's
5's Tom Brady.
I think I would have him even.
Yeah.
You
I
could
think I would
maybe
too.
if you told me he was 1, I think I'd believe that.
Federer is
Yeah.
number 6. Number 7, Simone Biles.
Tiger Woods is not on
yeah.
here. Tiger Woods is not
7-time
on
Olympic medalist.
Yeah.
4 Olympic gold medals. She's going to win more this year.
It's
too,
a
I think.
weird, yeah. It's like, it's a weird thing though. It's like it would be like being like, well, Michael Phelps has all the golds medals, and you're like, all right, but I mean, the NBA players like LeBron has had to play for 20 years in the NBA season.
Mhm.
So is that worth
hard.
more?
Yeah.
Tiger
Tiger's
comes in
8.
at 8.
That's crazy. 13 major wins. Yeah.
Most of any player during that span. 11 major
Mhm.
wins as the world number 1 golfer. 9 more than any other player all time. Yeah, just the dominant
I'll be honest
stretch
with
he
you. I
had.
think this feels like a list that would be picked by people that are born at this time.
Yeah, I was going to say something. I go, what intern
Yeah.
wrote this?
I'm not trying to. This is why these lists get tough because
Well, this is you just have to accept that this is all rage bait, and we're doing exactly
Yeah.
what they wanted us to do, which was pick
we'll
apart
finish
the
out
list.
9 and 10. Then we'd be done.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah. Number 9 is Usain Bolt.
Yeah, I would. I would have had him even.
But Usain Bolt,
because you got to look at guys that changed whatever they did, which I guess Michael Phelps. I guess those people are at the top. Every one of them actually changed everything. So
Yeah.
I
Kobe
remember-
Bryant is at 10.
yeah.
I remember at the last Olympics, you're like, there's just not any big names, Americans like there was before, like Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
oops.
Yeah. What is like scroll down? When do you get to let's find the first person we don't know.
Djokovic
Yeah.
comes in at 11. 12 is
A
Nadal.
lot of
13 is
tennis.
Ronaldo. Steph Curry, 14. Katie Ledecky.
She's great.
Yeah.
You can move her up to 1 eventually.
Tim Duncan,
Yeah.
16. Shaquille O'Neal. Patrick Mahomes.
He'll be in the top 5. It's all over.
All right.
Lewis
Yeah.
Hamilton. We all knew Lewis
At
Hamilton.
19.
Just because, yeah.
I mean, he's a 7-time Formula 1 champion.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do. It's whatever your team, your car.
No,
That's
no,
gotta be
they
something.
have to do. They did a whole thing because they don't have air conditioning.
Yeah.
and he won, and people want air conditioning.
Athlete?
Yeah, but because you have to sit out. It's hot.
You're telling this guy is better than scroll the next person.
Well, his
No way. No
Aaron
way,
Donald.
dude.
Yes.
I guess we're doing what
Don't
they
you
want
like
us to
own
do.
a NASCAR team? dude?
Yeah. And this guy eats ham sandwiches and Mountain Dew.
yeah.
He's not.
Is it?
He's very talented,
Yeah.
extremely
on the
talented.
level, like if he gets sick, are you like, then I could just fill in?
Maybe somebody could. Yeah, he's
No, could you do it?
Oh, I couldn't do it. But
Just scroll to where you think we don't see the name. We don't have
Aaron
to say them all.
Donald. What about, there's 21.
No, yeah.
Diana Taurasi.
I mean, you're already getting the
Sidney Crosby, Kevin,
We'll go pretty far before
Kevin
we go.
Garnett.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah. Anyway.
Albert
we
we
Pujols.
probably know all of them. but-
Yeah.
Albert Pujols. I texted him. He didn't text me back.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
When'd you text
because
him?
he came to
Oh, I
one
don't
of
know
my.
that person.
There's
Yeah.
144 is
No.
Michaela
All right,
Schifrin.
we're done.
The skiing. Yeah.
3-time Olympic medalist in
Yeah.
skiing.
Sheriffin. I never heard of this person.
How do you know Albert Pujols?
Well, he came to one of my shows.
Oh, yeah.
Did he
and then,
really?
Yeah. And he's like, "What's up, dude?" And then we got a photo, and he's like, "Here's my number if you ever need anything." And then I think
And
he, like, got-
guess who needs something? Kid right there.
you're supposed to not text him.
Supposed
I
to wait
guess.
for a while.
No, you're supposed to never text them.
Oh,
That's the deal. Is you go, if you ever need anything, let me know. And then the thing is, I will never need anything.
well, it's like if you meet somebody that's like your buddy around
Yeah.
town. You're like, "Let's get coffee." You're not supposed to do that.
Coffee
you
could
li-
be different. Let's go grab lunch sometime. Like
Yeah, you're
sometimes you
supposed
say
to
that.
not do that.
I'd love to pick
Yeah.
your brain sometime, dude.
Like when somebody
I've
says,
said that to someone.
Yeah. Have you read
Yeah.
Seinfeld?
No.
Oh, you said it to
wasn't
Seinfeld.
I didn't say
I love
that.
to split a Pop Tart and pick your
I just
brain.
said I would love to talk to you. I did not say it to Seinfeld.
Oh,
I did say it to
tough.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'd love to talk to you.
And he turned you on to Adrian.
But he did respond and say,
Just talk to this
yeah.
guy.
Adrian worked him, and he responded. He goes, "I'm really busy. I'm too
He
busy
did?
right now." He's like, "But yeah, we're going to catch up at some point." Yeah,
"Yeah,"
but he
Blocked.
was, yeah, he was.
you text him and
I-
it's green. He's like,
Yeah, I
"Let's
don't
go
have his phone
green."
number. I got his email. Yeah, but so he emailed me. He started it, emailed me,
Yeah.
but like we've emailed a couple times. But I didn't want to bother. I'm just like, And you know what it is? Right when I said it and I sent it, even thinking of it now, you're like, I don't need to talk to him about, like,
Yeah.
you know, I shouldn't have done it.
You would have to think about, like, what do I want to talk to him about?
Yeah, I guess I just want to. I don't want advice. It's like you just want to, like,
what's up, brother?
Yeah.
Yo.
What up?
Yo.
They go Jackets,
Sandman.
go Jackets.
Out here killing it.
I think I would probably just ask him a lot about his career.
I heard you
and then
hosted
I'd
it.
see.
Say, heard you hosted SNL. What's it like? I got to do it next month or something like that.
Well, I think what you do is you go ask them a lot about their career. You don't tell them anything about yours because they don't. What does it matter what I'm doing? You know, unless they ask, unless they're like, so what are you trying to do? But you kind of go like, hey, like how did things go with you when you started Happy Madison or you started this or you started that? Like what? And you would just kind of ask them their career. And I think a lot of people wouldn't mind talking about. But yes, I think I might have said pick your brain. I don't love that. I don't love that.
But you started with that phrase, so you can keep it forever.
He said, I'd love to break bread with you sometime, brother.
That's the worst.
Zidane.
You know what movie I watched or I started last night? And Ninja Assassin.
I was going to say, whatever it is, it got 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, I don't know if it got 20. I don't know if Rotten Tomatoes picked it up.
Nate wants to know what the movie's about just from the title.
2010.
I know.
Oh,
it's actually not that bad. Audience is 50%.
54%.
54% audience. So I should have watched it. I just felt the first scene, I was like, what is this?
It's a 15-year-old movie.
Pretty brutal, like a lot of blood.
How did you come across it?
It was just on, like, you know, I still like to go see like some of the movie channels and DirecTV.
On TV?
I do that.
Because I just want to see what's there, and because I'll be forced to watch something instead of mine taking forever.
Look at this review. Not the best movie in the world, but certainly a good time.
That's what I bet it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, you know, it's like a crazy.
Now, Will Lawrence from Empire Magazine says decent ingredients, but as a whole, lacking in choreographic flair and plot substance.
Yeah, so that's a person that you're like, well, what are you? You know, that's a guy.
Top critic.
That's me.
Yeah, but that's someone that's like saying that about Burger King, and you're like, yeah, but you're at Burger King, and you go, why would you even enter? Why would you review
a garish and poorly filmed chop-socky frolic?
Did you write this, Weber?
Yeah,
No, that's David Jenkins with Time Out Magazine.
A lot of words.
Ninja Assassin isn't a bad movie. It's just not very involving.
That's
the
why
viewer watches from a safe distance as limbs are lopped off, blood erupts from volcanic blasts, but the ninja rules remain ambiguous.
But see, that's the first thing was like a lot of like big hands cut
First
off,
scene.
head cut off, blood, and so it was a little much for me. But I love the idea, and I think if
but you
go
kept going.
Of a ninja who's actually an assassin.
well, if you go in and if you pitch that to a network, if you go, I want to make a movie called Ninja Assassin.
Yeah. And then, what's it about?
Well, you go, then it's not right for you.
Yeah.
That's what I would tell them.
Yeah.
If they go, what's it about? You go, then you don't get it.
I'll pass on you.
Yeah, I'll pass on you because you don't get it.
We don't have to do all
I'd love to
this.
break some bread with you. Talk about Ninja Assassins.
Yo, Adam Sandler, I got this movie idea called Ninja Assassin.
Yeah.
2.
I really believe in this project.
Ninja Assassins 2.
Yeah.
I want to buy the rights to the Ninja Assassin franchise.
It goes, I got another heartfelt movie. It's Donkeys in a Tree.
Yeah.
Donkeys in a Tree.
It's not for you.
It's about. They go, is it not about? They go, no, it's about what you. It's about what I say it's about.
Maybe
it's the family of donkeys that live in a tree.
This is us, but for the Olympics opening ceremony.
That's right. Yeah.
You're like, you don't get it.
Yeah. Who?
If we're the guys that are pitching the Olympics opening ceremony, they did the same thing as we're doing right here.
Yeah. But they didn't pitch Ninja. I'll tell you what, everybody wanted to see Ninja Assassin, and they didn't pitch Ninja Assassin.
They pitched. Yeah,
the Olympics did something that's like, God, it's, like some movie you never heard of that's won 12 Oscars. And then
he's got a lot of awards.
But the country's like, can we watch Ninja Assassin? How much? Look, it made some money.
I think this is a different movie.
Oh, there's a better one.
Read that title. Is that
the same one? Ninja Assassin.
Read the title. Is that what you watch, Nate?
A young ninja turns his back on the orphanage that raised him, leading to a confrontation with a fellow ninja from the clan. Is that?
That's got I mean, that's
No, was that the movie you watched?
that sounds like they made that up in the room. They go.
But does that happen in the movie you watched?
I just
He
saw the
doesn't
beginning.
remember.
So the beginning was.
You said you watched half of it.
I don't know if I don't think I said that, but I watched the beginning.
One scene.
I watched the beginning and then I didn't. It was like
Yeah, this is the same movie.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to finish it, but it was like it was a movie that I wanted to be able to fast forward. You know?
You should
Yeah.
just give up on it.
With
Sorry.
the Olympic ceremonies budget, they could have made this movie 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I didn't want to watch it because I couldn't fast forward. Like I'm getting a little bit. Some of these movies, I'm like, I want to see them, but I want to be able. I want to be able to fast forward and kind of get through it, like
Well,
get through the parts. Because they started with the slow part. Like the first part's like crazy, and then they start with the slow part, and that's a movie that you're like, you're not allowed slow parts. Like Ninja Assassin, you're like, we're rolling, dude. It stays on the ninja the whole time.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And he's assassin.
I think the one thing you can't fast forward is movies that you haven't seen.
I mean, look, I don't think I'm gonna miss. I mean, you already know what this is
Like
about.
if you fast forwarded the football game, you're like, oh, it's the fourth quarter, it's 14-10.
Yeah.
You can't fast forward a movie.
John, you've never seen this movie. Tell me what you think it's about.
A ninja. And then he goes around killing people.
He's an assassin.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
why is he an assassin?
Then you've missed nothing. He's an assassin because he's a ninja.
This is what in the pitch room. That's what he
Yeah.
is. That's why I didn't pick it up.
This is where the people would be frustrated. Well, why is he an assassin? Because he's a ninja. And
got-
that's what they do.
he got kicked out of his.
Why is he a ninja? Because he's an assassin.
Because he's an assassin.
Right.
Because he loves assassin.
We need to see the prequel.
They go, I
He
don't
just said
know.
he loves assassin.
They go, what about?
Dating people.
He goes, I'll do ninja. Yeah, we're gonna do like Batman. We're gonna do ninja assassin. Then I'll do ninja, and then I'll do assassin, and then I'll do when he was a little boy for the
The
Die
origin
Hards.
story.
The origin.
Do you think that
story.
guy gets recognized whenever he goes outside? Currently,
By Nate.
Yeah.
they
I
were
don't know
like,
if Nate would recognize.
Yeah,
dude,
I
were
don't
you a
know.
ninja assassin?
I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I don't want to draw
Golly.
attention to you, but
Overly serious and incomprehensibly edited. Jeez, dude, these reviews are
Yeah.
brutal.
No, that's the write-up
Well,
for Nateland.
but that see that's yeah that's the yeah that is true though. When you watched it, it felt like you're almost it took itself too serious just a little bit. I saw
Mhm.
where you're like the beginning did not. The beginning was like there's this ninja and he's killing everybody in this room. And then this one guy goes, I knew you existed.
Mhm.
And this ninja comes out of nowhere and he goes, I knew, and then he cuts his head off. And then it felt like it started getting like, then we were in an office setting. And you're like, well, I don't want to be in an office setting in Ninja Assassin.
Fast
And so
forward
then
back
I-
to look at they're
well, I
killing
could-
people. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I was already, and if I could have fast forward, I would kind of fast forward to your pockets. Sometimes I'll fast forward and you're right. And then maybe you get too far and you go like, wait, how did he become a ninja?
Here's what we need to do. Scroll back up right there to the director.
Mm-hmm.
Anything we ever try to get greenlit from now on, you tell your agent, I request a meeting go to the director.
Yeah, yeah.
I need,
James McTeague.
and you,
McTeague.
anything you pitch to him, he goes, I don't think so. And then he
Mhm.
goes, you greenlit Ninja Assassin. And then he goes, okay, fine, let's do it.
Yeah. But because it's a guy that likes a hook. So it's,
He knew. Yeah.
this is Ninja Assassin. It's the same thing that Greg Giraldo said. I might have told this on
He
here
directed
before.
V for Vendetta. That was like a huge.
And the Matrix.
That's-
And the
He went from
Matrix.
V for Vendetta to Ninja Assassin.
And then what do you do after? Any other like crazy
The
big,
Raven.
The new Matrix, yeah.
the new Matrix?
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Wait. First assistant director.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way I would look at it for these dudes is, I think a lot of directors, you got to make one crazy movie, and so V for Vendetta was great.
Great.
And then you get this other one, Ninja Assassin. You're like, all right, and it's like it doesn't even matter if it's bad because you're just never going to hear about it.
You
It's
can't
just,
bat
you're
a
making
thousand.
money.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
bat 1,000.
Yeah. So they're just
Yeah.
like, yeah, all right.
I watched, have you guys seen The Color of Money?
I don't know.
No.
No,
Well, this isn't going to be easy.
been watching the Ninja Assassin. Like you're asking the wrong room.
It's a great movie. Tom Cruise, Paul Newman.
Oh, I know what it is. I could
About
watch
racing?
it.
No, it's about pool. These the
Oh, yeah.
pool
Mhm.
hustlers.
Mhm.
I might watch that. That'd be very fun to watch. Are you about to ruin it?
Well, I'm not going to talk about really a major plot point. It's a great movie. I love it, but there's so many scenes.
Oh, that's the guy from what's it called?
Top Gun?
No,
I'm gonna get on Tom Cruise. Is
It's a guy from
that's the guy
Those
that
Mission Impossible missions.
Yeah.
was from the Hiroshima, not Hiroshima. Whatever the movie that came out. Go back to that photo.
Cillian Murphy.
Talking about that
That
Cillian
guy.
Murphy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy. I always say it wrong.
Oppenheimer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That just popped up on the tooltip when I
Oh, Academy Award. I was
for the
like,
Academy Award for
that's
Best Actor.
Oppenheimer.
Paul
Yeah.
Newman won it for this movie, Color of Money.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
I'll you mean say
I
my
don't care.
criticism?
No, what is it?
There's so many scenes in this movie where someone gets mad and storms out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, golly, like, have you seen it, Adrian? I'm just reaching to anybody
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably stop if you're trailing off and asking off camera.
I just
people.
wanted one
Maybe that's-
person to-
Maybe when it's time to.
Tristan, have you seen it?
Yeah, when you're in the middle of the street asking if anybody's seen Color of Money, let's maybe
Holly?
round it out.
Is Holly here by chance? Well, anyway. It's a great
Well,
movie.
thanks for that.
Okay.
That was great.
I'll watch it. We'll talk about it next week, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
It's a sequel to The Hustler.
Is it a movie about people walking out of rooms? Is that what that movie's about?
That's my life.
All right. This was fun. This is a nice.
Mhm.
We didn't even have to do the topic.
No, we got it
We
now
had
for
some
next
really
week.
great stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, this isn't. There's more to do.
No,
after
we're done.
this?
No, we're done.
Oh, you usually have a topic. We didn't get to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't get to it. You were the topic
We were
because
having
you're
so
wearing
much fun.
your whole outfit is from Topic.
Jury duty was the topic.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. His whole outfit's from Topic.
Yeah,
Hot topic.
what do you got
Hot
there?
topic.
Is that-
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hot
it's a
dead.
topic, dude.
You ruined it like I ruined that Stranger Things
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah, and that was going to be
Yeah.
a callback to malls, which we started on.
Oh,
But then, dang it.
man.
Golly.
Gadzooks.
Gadzooks.
Well, there you go. You wrapped it.
There you
You
go.
remember Gadzooks?
Yep.
Yeah.
At the mall?
That's a phrase I still
I
use.
thought it was a phrase. That's what I thought that was.
I'm like, my brother.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody talking my language.
Gadzooks.
All right. I forget. I'm in Atlantic City this weekend. Atlantic City and Jamestown, New York, Lucille Ball Comedy Festival. They got a National Comedy Museum is there. It's awesome. Jamestown, New York. I'm doing a show Saturday. The museum is awesome, and so I'm pumped about that. So I will be in those two. That's where I'm at.
If you're listening to this the day it comes out, I've got one more show tonight at
When else would they listen to it? Oh, I guess maybe later.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Oh, okay.
that wasn't crazy to say at
Yeah.
all.
I'm sorry. I think I got confused.
Dude,
That's my bad.
If you're listening to this, they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're listening.
You're a little trigger
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I got a little crazy.
It's a new studio. It's a new studio.
You're listening to this before it came out.
I'm firing on all levels right now. I'll calm it down. Give us your thing that you have so specific. Because if you're listening to this on the day it comes out and you're over 50, come to my show.
If you take Prevagen, you're going to love my show.
Only matinee shows. There's no regular one, just
no regular
matinees.
BOGO, the best BOGO.
BOGO
comedy. Yeah. All right. Off the Hook Comedy Club, Wednesday. Boca Black Box this Thursday. August 14th, the Lab at Zanies. I'm here. John asked to be on it. Nope, can't do it.
You asked me and I said no? Or I asked you and you,
You
said
asked-
no?
I asked
Yeah.
you and you said no, and now you're begging me to be on my next show.
Yeah.
August 24th in Atlanta at Vision Studios, and just added St. Louis Funny Bone, St. Charles Funny Bone, August 29th through 31st.
Awesome.
Oh,
Whole weekend.
wait. See, oh, yeah. Where?
I said St.
yeah.
Louis, but it's the St. Charles Funny Bone. 'cause they
That's
have
great.
two.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great. Off the Hook's great too. Great weather,
Mhm.
Naples.
Yeah, Naples.
Like
is
it's yeah.
That's a nice
This is
spot.
a real deal clubs right there, bud.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Aaron Weber here, but I'll help. Dusty next week is in Kansas City. Sold out 4 shows. He added a show. So if you're in
Let's
Kansas City area,
go.
go see Dusty. He's good. Now it's Aaron Weber talking about my dates, Aaron Land. This weekend, I'm in Billings, Montana for the Yeehaw Hee Haw Festival.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sounds like
if-
something he made up. It's his own
Mhm.
show.
Yeah.
Because that's what Aaron calls his own show.
This is a comedy festival? Yeah.
It's a country music festival where they've got a little bit of comedy, which is what I will be providing in Billings, Montana. And then Sunday night, Corvallis, Oregon at the Majestic Theater. That show's like almost sold out.
Gosh.
It's pretty crazy.
Oh, wow.
That is
Where's
awesome.
it at?
Corvallis, Oregon.
That
Wow.
sounds
It's
awesome.
a Majestic Theater, Corvallis Comedy Night. That'll be a lot of fun. And if you'll allow me, I'll make a little bit of an announcement. I'll make an announcement right now. September 6th and 7th, here at Zany's in the lab, I will be recording my first special
Let's go.
here as part of
Right.
Nateland. Nateland's going to
Boom.
produce
That
it.
is
And-
Unlike Dusty, Aaron actually believes in what we're doing.
Oh, yeah.
well, I will say if Netflix comes in at the 11th hour, I might think about it.
Hey,
But
yeah.
we will talk. We're going to do a great job. We're going to sell it. We're going to,
it's going to be
It's gonna
awesome.
be great.
So grab tickets to that. That's in the small room here, and hopefully they'll sell out. September
That'll sell out in a
6th
second.
and 7th.
Yeah.
I'm
That is
recording a special. It's going to be great.
You got an
Thanks.
outfit?
I haven't thought about it yet.
That's the
yeah,
most important
he's gonna Go to
thing.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
You can.
I might.
yeah.
They
That's
got
sweet,
They
dude.
got good stuff.
I'll be there. If I'm in town, I'll be there.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
I got 27 tour dates. I'm off for the next about 2 months.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to list them all, but actually
Yeah.
I'll list 3 because in September, before I go out to all the theaters again in October, I'm doing 3 comedy clubs,
Oh, nice.
which is my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm just doing 3. I'm doing Philly at the
Helium.
Helium, and then that Wisconsin room. I should
Comedy on State.
No, the other one, the one we went to,
Skyline?
Skyline,
Skyline's
Appleton,
awesome. Yeah.
and then the Blue Room that you just did.
Oh, I was just there. I was there with Yakov.
Gosh,
Mm.
He was
Those are my
talking about
3
you
favorite-
and you.
Was he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did he do a
wa-
spot on your show
Uh-huh.
or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I if you would have like those are so it's like because that only happened that night at that show.
Yeah.
They're
Mhm.
so unique, the comedy club shows, and there's always I'm looking forward to those. So just those 3.
That's
I think
awesome.
they might be probably
Yeah.
close
Did I
to
tell
full,
the
but-
Yakov story?
We talked about it
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But he asked me about. I did his podcast and we
Yeah.
talked about it for a while. He
Yeah.
thought it was really funny.
Oh, great.
So Nate saw Yakov in the crowd in Springfield.
Yeah, you told me that.
Yeah,
when I played
and
golf.
Yakov, I told him that, and he said, "I thought I saw him recognize me." When
I don't know.
each time he turned around, he's like, "I think he knows that's." He can kind of see that in your face.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, which
Hey,
is
I'm making
fun.
a circle, and every time I come around, I think that's Yakov Smith.
And then you ask him, you're like, did he know? He's like, oh, he knew.
Oh,
It's like,
what a country!
yeah,
Yeah,
what-
he's the best. He looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
For 73, it's
Unreal.
crazy.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's 73.
Yeah.
Seinfeld, went on the open for him.
He did a spot from opening for me at the Blue Room, which is just nuts. I said, just do whatever you want. He had the Comedy Store Letterman's jacket on,
Yeah.
which looked awesome. It said 1988 15-year class reunion.
Yeah.
So I said, who was in that class? And he said, him, Richard Pryor, Robin Williams, Howie Mandel.
Oh,
That was the group that
That's
he started
crazy.
with. I go, that's nuts. Dude.
that's nuts.
Anyway,
All right.
Wow.
All right. We'll go listen to that on Yakov Smer, his podcast.
Mhm.
Check Aaron out. Yeah, too. This was great. We love you, and we will see you next week. Bye.